man, oh man. Y'all know I'm about to every time we have a good topic inside the war floor, anytime y'all come through and y'all rock with me, I appreciate y'all. It's always fire, always fire shares. Y'all know how the war floor gets down. I really want to know about this topic today. I'm gonna wait for my bros to pull up, wait for a couple people to pull up because it's gonna be a good topic. I like having these topics. These topics go absolutely insane, especially when it's like thought provoking from the community. This topic was definitely. She's here. You feel me? So I appreciate you. This one gonna go crazy. I wanna know what all y'all gotta think about this one. I'm gonna wait for some people. I need y'all to help me ping it out, share it out so that we got more people come through. But Ice shouts to you for the topic because is there such thing as a healthy toxic relationship? Now, we were talking about healthy obsession, right? The other day, which was kind of insane because I'm like, damn, there is a healthy obsession. There is that, right? Ice, there is that. And then you came in and threw the curveball with, is there such thing as healthy toxic? And this is something I got to think about. I got to sit on this and think on it. Like, is there really such thing as this? Can this really be a thing? Lovely, is this a thing? Eddie, is this a thing, bro? Is there such thing as a healthy toxic relationship? Can you be healthy and toxic at the same time? It blows my mind. Blows my mind on what this shit's gonna be like and what it's gonna turn out to be. But Ice, how you feeling? For sure, how you feeling? Do you feel like it's such thing as healthy toxic, man? Sylvester, Becky, welcome to. You can come up if you want, but is this such thing as healthy toxic? I'm gonna ping this room up and share this room up, guys.
Hey, Stacks. Yeah, I think you already said something about what I thought about it, so I'm excited to hear what other people say.
Yeah, I can't wait till more people hear about this too, because I feel like it's more deeper than what you think, Ice. I feel like you don't have to be too toxic. I feel like you can be a certain type of toxic. That way it's not too toxic, but it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's healthy. It's healthy. You feel me? It's healthy. It's not too bad, but it's healthy. I don't know if it can be healthy. That's why I'm trying to like think about it. Like, can it really be healthy if it's toxic? You feel me?
I know
Yeah,
Fashawn has something. Yeah, go ahead, Fashawn.
that's an oxymoron. It's literally impossible.
Wow, it's impossible for Sean.
It's impossible. Those things are live in two completely different worlds. Look at the word toxic. Toxic is death, is destructive, is degenerating. It destroys. Healthy is longevity, uh, vitality, growth. Those things. One completely disrupts the other.
Mm. Yeah, Ice, you got me thinking about this. Is like gonna be like this just trips me up a little bit, Ice. This one is gonna Sylvester, Becky, I don't know. Sean, is there such thing? I don't know if there is. Ice, I don't think there is. I think I'm gonna cut. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think for Sean just aired it out. I don't think it is though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I forgot what I said, but I completely agree with what he was saying.
No, yo, I mean, but when people say that, they're trying to express their kinks, because kink is healthy, right? When it's done under consent and understanding, right? So, like, I think how a woman might describe healthy toxic is meaning that she likes to be choked in under the right circumstances, or she like to be, degraded, disciplined, spanked. She like a little toxicity during intimacy, right? But that's consensual kink, right? That's not a man like randomly putting his hands on her because he don't like what she said. It's the brat dom dynamic, right? So if a lot of times that's what people are trying to say, but they try to bring that type of behavior in a regular dating scenario. Like they out at the movies and she being bratty and he tell her to shut the fuck up because that's how his personality is. She's like, I kind of like that, and it's like, no, baby girl, you've been abused and you don't know how to verbalize and identify your kinks, so you randomly getting turned on by actual toxicity, and that's when it's actually unhealthy.
Hmm. I agree with that. I think I'm gonna have to just come back to this one too. How you feel about this one? Is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty? I'm gonna switch it up for now because I feel like that one is a no. It's not healthy at all. It's not gonna be anything healthy about a toxic relationship. But I want to see what you guys think about this one. I'm gonna come back to that though, Ice. I'm definitely coming back to that. I'm not. I didn't forget about it. For sure, I'm not gonna forget about it. Tati, I'm not gonna forget about it. But is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty? Um, what's going on? I see a lot of people want to be validated online, but then in real life, people are walking past them. They don't know how to be social. They don't know any social cues. What's going on with that, right? Why ain't people, it ain't like how it used to be, man, where everybody, we grew bonds, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't always online, you know what I'm saying? I come from a different era. So I really want to know, is it online validation more important? Is it more valuable to people nowadays than just meeting people in real life? Because there's never going to be anything like, meeting people in real life, linking up with people, chilling with people, and being able to have that real life connection. How do you guys feel about this, Ice, for Sean, Tati? I'm maybe pinging the room out, sharing the room out, allow more people to come. But is online validation more valuable? What's up?
Hey, I hope you can hear me. I'm at work, so my signal may
I
be
can hear you.
bad.
Go ahead.
So what I feel like is that some people, hey, Bashan, I feel like some people treat the online validation as currency. Um, and they may be a nobody and public to people, but they realize they get a whole lot of attention online. I don't think it's more valuable, but you do have people that treat the validation, the attention they receive online as currency. I feel like having people in real life around you that know you is more beneficial. Um, and just all around like has that normalcy of I know these are people I trust, because what you see a lot of the times is that you have people that are these popular online individuals, but they got people in a circle that is trying to destroy what they built, or they have friends that are secretly jealous of them, and you have all of that because they seek that validation and people like that rather than actually people that want to see them succeed. So I feel like we're in a day and time where people treat the online validation more valuable. What's that example? Curry wife. I didn't get enough attention online. She's a whole wife. Why do you care about online people's opinion when you have a whole husband and a family? That's your validation enough. That should be your what's valuable to you, but it wasn't enough. So that's where we're at right now. But my answer is no.
Wow. Yeah, especially when you got someone at home and you got somebody that's giving you that real life loyalty. Why would you need online validation? You're right, Tati. I get it. For Sean, do you agree with her, bro? Because when you got something in real life, when you got it going on, right? That Jasmine Sylvester, she's evolving. Like you will not seek any online validation. You won't even care about it. You agree with Tati for sure? I agree, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Um, that's spot on. Y'all know my motto. I don't even pursue women who like a lot of attention from social media because my attention, no matter how much I give her, I'm never gonna be able to compete with hundreds, tens, thousands, or tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of impressions. Like a man is never going to be able to compete with the attention that a woman yearns for from social media. So, 100%. And when we say what's more valuable, it depends on the person measuring it, right? To me and you, it might not be more valuable, but I mean, social media, the internet has changed and is changing many people's lives. You know, people that are nobody in the physical world become somebody on the internet, and that changes their physical world. You know what I'm saying? Not only just money, but how people perceive them. You know, you might see somebody out in the real world, and you know they just somebody that you might walk past. But if you see them and you find out they got 1 million followers on the internet, all of a sudden you look at them different. You know, it's almost the equivalent of seeing somebody with a nice car, purse, or watch. It's like it, numbers kind of validate that you're important somewhere. Not to what we don't know, but and for women, it's usually how they look. You know, women making money and getting tons of followers and leverage based on how they look. Women live their whole life based on that identity and their vanity metrics on how they look. So I think it has great value depending on who's looking at it.
Mm, I agree for sure. I feel like the online validation is, for people that don't have anything in real life, that ain't got nothing going on in real life. That's just like, okay, let me seek online, let me go here, and make sure these people know who I am and validate me. I don't know. It's just weird, especially when people in real life and you can link up with people and hang out, and you got to be a real life person. Online validation, I mean, it could be cool in certain situations for sure. I guess when you're doing projects or being creative or something, or if you're a music artist or something, right? But the real life loyalty when you locked in with people behind the scenes, because there's plenty of people that's not even on the internet no more for Sean, and I've locked in with people and we got real life loyalty. It don't even matter if they come online or not, or log in or tap, because we tapped in real life, and these people are real individuals in real life. So it's some people that don't even come online that you guys don't even see, that don't need validation at all, that are in real life doing real life loyalty things. So it's definitely a couple sides I want to hear, opinions I want to hear about this. But online validation is very, 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 people are seeking it, because guess what? This is the age we live in. We live in the digital age. We live in the internet age where everybody wants to post pictures, take selfies. I was saying the other day, man, it threw her off when she seen all the dudes taking selfies and coming in and like, oh man, this is the world we in now. Like, damn. So yeah, you got to kind of adjust to what's going on as well, especially if you're online. But then also you got to also make sure that, in real life I have loyalty too. Real life, I know who I am. So knowing who you are in real life is very important. How you guys feel about that?
No, that's facts. I'm with you for sure.
That's a fact. I'm sharing out the room, picking out the room right now. For sure.
Yeah, I just
Chastity helped
pinged
me.
up.
But yeah, I got my boy John Stan pulled up on me. Uh huh. Stan, what's up, brother?
Good.
How you been, man?
Shit, just working.
I
Put in the
already know
work.
you putting in that heavy work. I see you moving, bro. I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
I did a little quick topic real quick. How you feel about this, Stan? Is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty, man? Especially, because you in the industry, so you know
Yeah.
about being tapped in with cats behind the scenes, and cats don't even need to get on the internet to be validated anymore. You can kind of have loyalty in real life, bro, and tap in with people. But you can speak about this, man, if you feel comfortable. Over to you,
Yeah,
John.
yeah. The funny thing is, right? This is saying sometimes I say I go, if it didn't happen on the internet in this time of age, it didn't really happen, right? I feel like I remember in the era where like you had to do loyal shit, respectful shit for people to give you the respect and validation, right? But I feel like now I ain't gonna front. It's dudes older than me call me big bro because they feel like I'm in a position. I'm really active doing what I'm doing, but what if I wasn't? But if I faked it, I still would have got that same type of respect from people that think I'm in that position, right? That's why I tell people, like, when I sit down with people and do consulting with people, I tell people all the time, like the law of attraction and like money match money. If you look a certain way, you carry yourself a certain way, you will get that respect, even if it's not real. Like, you know that phrase, like, fake it if you make it. Like, because for example, when I first started going courtside, I used to spend my last to go courtside just to build relationships and get around the right people, just so I can network. But I was spending my last at one time like courtside, just to be in that right position. To now, I built relations with the team owners that I don't pay courtside. I just go and then, oh, that's John. Let him in. Make sure we got a seat for him. Like, it became different. So it's kind of, I dibble and dabble in a little bit of both, but at the same time, I feel like everything come to light regardless. Now later, so for me, I put the work in and I reap the benefits of it, because everything I do or you see on social media with me is really real. But it's a lot of people I find out that's not at the same time. But it looks good on social media, you know.
Nah, that's a fact, John. So you dibbled it and dabbled in both, bro. How did you break? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
was it the real life connections that broke you to the other side? So it was like, you don't even need the online validation no more, bro.
yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? It was a real life
No,
loyalty.
like, for hold on one second, 1 second.
Yeah, my boy John tapped
Yeah,
in.
I'm
Y'all gotta
about to
follow
top
him,
the
bro.
wifey, but
Go
let
crazy.
I say this, right? I feel like the thing is this. When I started my clothing brand, I've been doing the same thing I'm doing. Never changed designs, been doing the same thing. But when I learned how to market it and show it to the world so people could see what I'm doing, the best thing is telling your story. So that's what I mastered, telling my story. Some people fake their story. Some, like for example, I be around people, bro, they ain't got no type of money I got. They ain't even got no money, but I'm like, damn, they in the same rooms, they at the same places I'm in, but they got the gab to give. They know how to finesse and be in these rooms. It's up to them to get a bag out of it. My personality, I don't go nowhere. I don't leave my house if it ain't profitable. If I go to the, I don't care what city I'm in. If I'm in any club, I'm looking around the spot like, how can I get with the own now? Let me talk to the owner. Let me figure out how I can monetize every move I make. So yeah, and do. But yeah, that's how I am, bro.
Come on, John. I always see it. You can see that shit through the energy, bro. It's like
Mhm.
you gotta go see who's the boss. I'm not waiting in line. I'm not waiting around the corner. Who's the boss? So that way we can take care of bosses. You feel me? So
Facts,
I
facts.
get it. I get it, John. I see you, bro. And you give a lot of people motivation when you come in and out of my club, bro. So we appreciate
Mhm.
it, bro.
No, facts. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. And if y'all ain't following John, man, make sure y'all follow him, man. Caps is going crazy. Gear is going crazy. Been doing it for a minute, man. So good to have you through, bro. Any new updates for us, John? No, that's coming soon, bro.
What is that?
Any new updates coming for us soon, or anything you doing
Yeah,
next week?
I just did a collaboration with Remy Martin. I designed all the apparel for them. They designed these new bottles that we did for like Rep Your City. So we did like 4 cities. So we about to do some activations. Like last year, I did the collab with Usher with Remy, and we bought out Rockefeller Center and we did a party there. So we supposed to be doing the same thing again, but just repping your city. So we giving away $25,000 to out of the creator, like a small businesses out of New York, Chicago, Atlanta, and Detroit.
Nah, that's
So,
hard. That's hard, John, bro. I want to
yeah.
support anyway, bro. If I could support, just hit me up in the DM, bro. I'll
All
support you.
right. Bet, man. Appreciate you, my
Yes,
guy.
sir. John.
Hey, I'm in Detroit and Atlanta for sure.
Well, for sure, for tap in, for sure, cause that shit is in the right, it's the right room and shit. So it's gonna be the right people in the mix.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
definitely
Tap
tap
in
in.
with me on Instagram.
All right, bet.
Appreciate that, John. But yeah, we in here
Mm-hmm.
talking about online
Look
validation.
at the
Go ahead, for John.
knucklehead. What's up, knucklehead? This my pancake right here. What's up, pancake?
What's up? What's
Yo,
up?
Bag, how you feeling about this? My bro John was just tapping in, me telling us some updates and stuff. But how you feel about is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty? You know, you don't need to come online. I feel like when you make that online, where we make that real life loyalty, you don't need to come online to get validation from anyone. You guys will be able to be solid. I'll be able to call cats like John, call people in my network, put them in the Rolodex, and we'll have this loyalty outside of being online. Do you feel like more people are investing online or being online or caring more about it? Over to you, Bag. Let's talk about it, man. Let's expand the convo.
I, I, I feel like most people ain't even really taking online serious like that. You got some people like making money online and they doing shit, they promote shit, but most people just, they just online is just entertainment for them. So I don't. I'm trying to find out like you trying to say they picking This online people they're picking likes and follows online.
Yeah, just like the validation of other people online. This shit, honestly, bro, because I'm in the industry bag, this shit don't matter. Online shit don't matter, bro. If you're
Yeah,
not locked in with real people in real life doing real shit, bro, none of this shit matters, bro, online. Yeah, you can finesse and do little shit, bro. But if you're not really locked into some shit that's real solid, it don't really matter, bro. Social media at all. Because
but
there's cats that don't post at all that will be, on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? And other people will come online looking for this validation or this need for people to, maybe tell them they doing a good job or tell them they doing some shit good, right? Like, how
but
you feel, man?
but when you look at it though, for a while, like that shit mattered for a hot second, right? Like the whole cancel culture, like I see like it's kind of like fizzled out where like people ain't buying into the shit no more, right? But like cancel culture used to really be taking, folks from hero to zero. You know what I'm saying? They say the wrong thing. Like look at somebody like the baby, right? He did bounce back, but that man had a hell of a run before he got canceled, and it really wasn't even based on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it really wasn't. He just was cracking some jokes on stage, really for the most part, and then a bunch of gay people, a bunch of sisters got mad, and then next thing you know, he can't perform at Rolling Loud no more, and this and that, and they, what I'm saying, they start stifling his shit. They stop promoting him. The label stopped putting the bag behind them. So that shit used to matter. You used to have to pander and shit. But now when you look at Kanye and what I'm saying, how he moving and Diddy and then it's like the cancel culture thing is kind of like people that people ain't falling for it no more. Like they don't want to be sheep no more. I ain't gonna not stop liking somebody because you tell me not to like them. You know what I'm saying? But so I feel like people was picking that, people was pandering to their audience or to that online audience because they ain't want to get canceled. So it might have been somebody who was cool with somebody, and then we locked in, we cool, but then when all this heat get on you, now I gotta back up away from your ass because I don't want you to cancel me and fuck up my money.
So you feel like face card is important for Sean John. How y'all feel about that face card? That's why I don't surround myself with everybody, bro. Your face card is important. It's like, yo, who you surrounding yourself with, bro? Like, you surround yourself with people that's gonna help. You gonna surround yourself with people that's gonna be an anchor. How you feel about that, John? Real quick, bag.
Y-
Let them.
y- it's crazy you say that, right? Like as I got more successful, I started being around more successful people and I started observing them how they look at the world, how they look at people, right? And I adapted that behavior. Like I judge people on who they be around. Like so, for example, for me, like I'm always in my crib. I'm never come outside unless I'm either traveling or doing just business shit. But when I'm outside, I observe people. So when somebody walks in, like, yo, John, we could put this together. We could do this. As I'm listening, I'm watching. I'm looking like who he came with, like how they moving, like. And I observe people who you around, who you be around, and that's how I could determine if I'm gonna do anything with anybody. But I believe, like, cause I was like in and out doing something. But at the same time, I heard like the face card, like that's my biggest thing. Value match value. Don't come around me. Not saying I necessarily need anything from anybody, but at the same time, don't come around me because being around me, you're going to get value. You're going to get inspired. You're going to get opportunities and put in position because that's the crowd I carry around me. Like for example, I'm in New York and I'm in Utah. I'll be back and forth. My factory in Utah. I'm always with the owner of the Utah Jazz. He's a billionaire, and I'm always watching. Like he's keep everything small talk with anybody, and he always be like, "Yo, I don't have conversation with people if they can't benefit me, and they damn sure can help me with my taxes." It's nothing that talk about. You can't how you the fuck have a conversation with a billionaire that mindset on a different level. So if I'm continuing to be in those rooms, why would I dim my light or dim my energy of being around anybody else? That's why my circle is very small, and I tell people, yo, if you're around me, you gotta grow being around me, or you gotta get the fuck away from me. But Master earlier with the face card shit, right? For me, this the thing I always live by. Like everywhere I go, my name carried weight for the simple fact of the shit that they heard about me. Like, yo, this dude's a stand-up guy. This dude put me in position and I ain't getting nothing, he ain't even getting nothing out of it. But why he put me there? So for me, my thing is this, like, always value match value. And if you can't, sure, like I say, it's still sharp and still. And if you gonna dole me, you can't be around me. And I'm talking about, it don't even have to be, you have to be a ghetto or dirty or you ain't got more money than me. If you got a poor mindset, it irritates me just the words that come out of like certain things. Like, for example, I hate that word, I can't. Any motherfucker come around me talking about, I'm like, I put a play together, like, yo, I think you should do this or this makes sense. So you be like, I don't know, I can't. I'll be like, yo, do your thing, my guy. I appreciate you, but watch out. Like, I don't be around nobody that ain't on go 24/7.
Come on, John. That's how it gotta be though, bro. Cause like if you ain't holding the people accountable around you, who else gonna hold them accountable? If you
Facts.
slacking around me, that's gonna make me slack. Nah, you can't be around me. Everybody, cause John, it's like you surround yourself with people that's motivating you. I want to see
Mm-hmm.
y'all doing dope shit, so it could be like, I make me want to get more creative. You gotta
Uh-huh.
have different creatives around you, bro. You can't be slacking. Fact.
Yeah, no, facts, bro.
Nah, that's dope though, bro. See, that's good. That's good hearing that because face card is important. It's like, yo, you surround yourself with the wrong people, your whole
Yeah.
shit will be blackballed. You be able like, damn, why I can't do this or why I can't do that? It's because you're surrounding yourself with the right, wrong
Yeah.
motherfuckers that ain't gonna help. You know what
No
I'm saying?
facts, fact, and it's crazy, especially that surrounding with the because when my brand started blowing up and I started getting in the rooms, I still kept stayed around a certain group of people, and I never forget this shit. You know, Jordan Clarkson that played for the Jazz, that used to play for the Jazz, that signed to the Knicks. Like he they was having a conversation, him, Donovan Mitchell, and they was like, yo, we see John all the time. He obviously this nigga everywhere we be at, he in the rooms. Like, is this nigga money really like that? Or cause he's millionaire, they signed for millions, and they like on they NBA deals, and they like, yo, see, and people like, yo, that nigga really was that. Why he be around such and such and them? Like, and somebody told me that that shit stuck. I'm like, yo, I'm not faking this. I'm really doing everything that I'm doing. Like they be at Fashion Week, I'm in Fashion Week with them, or they here, I'm in the same place, and they famous, more famous than me. But they looked at it like, damn, but so why he around these bum ass motherfuckers? And not necessarily the money wise, just the mindset. And I'm like, they judging me because who they see me with. And when I seen that, like I started just literally moving different. Like, yo, bro, this is the type of time I'm on. If you with it, if not with it, if you ain't on go trying to be successful, opportunity, bro, don't come around me. I don't need it. I don't need it. Like, and that's bro, I'm so stuck in that mindset. Bro, I got 8 siblings. Bro, I took only 2 of them because one thing I tell them all the time: do not get on my phone talking bum ass nigga shit. When I mean by bum ass nigga
hmm
shit, that I can't,
Yo,
I
John,
gotta do this
only
to
two
excuse me.
gang. That's crazy. Only two, bro.
Yeah, that's how it be, bro. But hold on 1 second. I gotta jump on this
It's
call
all
fast,
good,
bro.
yo.
Yo, say,
Be safe. Yo, John,
uh,
that's crazy, bro. John said 8 siblings and he only talking to two. I wonder why. It's because people be like, why y'all like? It's because people be aggravating. Some of them don't be wanting to motivate. Some of them be wanting to take out of your shit. Like, yo, what's going on? I can't take care of grown adults. I feel you, John. For sure. How you feel about that, Nikki Mack? How you feeling? Welcome to the stage. Miss Da Vinci, come up. We just having a little quick, short conversation. Jazzy, y'all can come up. But is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty? I just want to talk about this shit real quick. Y'all know what it is. It's coming in real fast. My boy John came in and said he don't even talk to the siblings, man. I got 8 of them. I'm only talking to two. Um, that's deep. That's real deep. You know what I'm saying? T, how you feeling? Nikki, how you feeling? For sure, how you feeling about that, man? That's just crazy.
Peace,
What's up?
y'all.
What's
Hey,
good, T?
hey.
How you
And I
feeling?
can relate to that. I only speak to about 2 of my siblings, too. So, yikes.
Okay. So why you only speak to 2 of them? T, is it certain reasons if you don't mind sharing, so we can expand the convo?
I mean, well, I mean, it don't have nothing to do with this topic, but,
Oh, like
um,
yeah. I feel he was just John was saying it from a point like
yo,
so. I
I'm back in
know
the
he's
room,
a.
bro.
Oh, okay, John. You want to expand on that on the sibling part? It was good when you was
Oh,
expanding.
about this. Oh, what far as family members?
Yeah, that you got 8,
Yeah,
but you only talked to 2. That's crazy.
I say this right. I say this. Bro, as I started becoming successful, it started getting depressed because I kept hitting walls because I came from poverty, bro. So and we all came like I say everybody, but like I came from the struggle where the 9 to 5 job or trying to get a job, place to stay. Like I came from that. I grew up in that environment. So as I became successful, things started changing. Like for example, I start like people who I came from celebrate getting their taxes every year. I pay IRS. They come to me to get a bag. I pay them over 100K a year in taxes. Like so when I was going through those problems, I had nobody I could talk to at that time before I started switching my surroundings. Or they looking at me like, you know, you making money, you just got money. They didn't know the problems that came with it. So when I started getting distressed, I started stressing out because I'm like, damn, I don't have nobody to help me with this or going through the same problems. And as I started becoming successful, right, people started wanting to attach themselves to me. And going back to when I was like people around me that I put around me, you have to be successful around me because I have too much resources. I'm so motivated, and you going to grow around me. Unless not, you're not gonna be around me. So when I started growing, people started attaching themselves like, yo, let me get around him. What can I do for him to make him help me be around me so I could grow? And I'm like, damn, I got family members that don't want to do it. That don't want to do it, that don't want to do it, and that shit became fucking stressing, pulling, like draining. So they hands out. So I said, you know what? Let me start detaching myself from everybody, and that included family. But I put everybody in position to they could grow. Like for example, when everybody, a lot of people got their family group text. I tell people, don't put me in no fucking group text. I don't care, friend or family. If y'all just talk about memes, like it's more than 5 people in any room, any opportunity, and you could create generational wealth. And if you don't make it that far, you could create some type of system where money is flowing, like little shit like that. So I put all my family in position. I have guys that do camera work. I have my brothers that do camera work. I got brothers that model. I got brothers that do everything, and they watch me go back to $0 and run that bag up, go down to zero and investment into so much shit, and then build it back up. And none of them learned from it. Still got the handout. So I just cut them off. I just cut them off. But one thing I do, I put them in position. That's how I am, bro. I'm a type person. I'll give you a leeway, a position to see what you do with it. And if you drop it, it goes, oh well, I put you in position. Now you don't got an excuse to say why you didn't do what you didn't do. And
Yo,
then I just
John, I
cut
was just
motherfuckers
gonna
off.
ask you that. How that feel when you give niggas the position, right? You give them the position, you give them that, and they fumble it, dog. It's like, damn, now you
No.
embarrassing me. Now I can't fuck with you, bro.
So this is the thing, right? Boom, right? Prime example. One of my brothers, bro. Like you see on my page, I go a lot of places, a lot of countries. I do a lot of collabs with big companies. For example, right? I did All Star Weekend in San Francisco. I do every All Star Weekend every year. I did All Star Weekend in San Francisco. Never been there. Told my brother, I said, yo, you got a camera. You do all my content anyway. You started slacking, falling off. I was like, yo, I'm gonna bring you to San Francisco, catch all the content, everything I do with all the NBA players, with Foot Locker, going to All Star Weekend, all the games and shit, catch everything. We doing the biggest party out there. I need to capture everything. He like, nah, I haven't been doing my camera shit. I said, bro, this is what I'm talking about. I could go book another camera, or I could book another cameraman, but I got people that would do it for free just because the access they gonna get. I said, but I'll be doing a disjustice to you if I don't put you in position because you my brother. So now you could be like, damn, fuck my brother. He ain't put me in position. No, I gave you the opportunity because now you not shooting just for a regular nigga. You shooting some NBA shit that the NBA gonna end up paying for because they want the content. Regardless, that's what happened to my last camera. I said, damn, word. All right, let me my brother in that position this time. He didn't want to do it because he was scared because he thought he was gonna fail. And I'm like, bro, you shoot all my content. Why you scared? I said, you know what? I'm gonna just love you as my brother from a distance. Nigga, call me when something bad happen in life, bro. But other than that, don't quit my line. Like shit like that. Bro, I got another brother that this nigga know how to sew. He gotta do all that shit. He do everything I do. But I have a factory that produce my shit now, bro. I have access to nothing but celebrities, athletes to put my shit on. I have access to people that would sponsor all type of shit. I got a brother that's a fashion designer. I go, bro, why you not hitting me up to get your shit on celebrities or or give you or even give you money to grow your brand because you scared that I'm gonna hold you to success and you know I'm gonna be on your ass. So you rather not just come to me at all about it. So, boom, just like that. Proper people in position. I talked to my little baby brother the most. And this nigga, I just put nigga in the crib. I said, bro, I'm gonna get you a crib. I'm gonna pay your rent up for 6 months. So you could just figure out what you wanna do. You young. Nigga, you doing your stock, you doing the stocks, you doing your day trading. That shit better benefit you after the 6 months. After than that, if you ain't locked this shit in, nigga, don't ask me for a fucking penny. Like, like so.
Shit. Damn, yo, John, see, you did it, bro. See, that's how you do it, bro. You put people on the position. If they don't take the rock, you gotta go. You gotta go figure it out. Family, friends,
Mm,
mom, dad. It don't matter who it is, bro. If I pass you the ball, right, John, and
mm,
you ain't
mm,
go to the hoop like you Morant, it's over.
mm.
It's over.
No
I need
facts.
nothing but soldiers on my team. I get where John's coming from because you gotta have the energy. You can't be scared. And for sure, you know where we come from, bro. The media mentor. You see, you can't be scared being a mentor. You gonna be scared. It's over, bro. Damn,
Yeah.
John, that disappoints me though, bro. That
Yeah.
cats is get opportunities like that, right? Get the ball
Mhm.
and then they drop it, man. How?
But but
How?
but
It's
and
an
then it's the
opportunity of
crazy
a
shit.
lifetime.
And it's the crazy shit, bro. Like I was telling my baby brother, I said, bro, like when I put him in the crib and everything, I told him, I said, let me tell you something. Some dude from Atlanta during All Star Weekend, when we did All Star Weekend in Utah, paid because they know I got a club out here. He paid to come out here. Didn't know he was gonna even meet me in person, but he gambled on himself to get in front of me to ask me could I mentor him. Could he pay me to work, to be around me, to learn from me. I said, bro, if that ain't fucking motivation right there, bro. I got brothers that I give the torch to. But this motherfucker went out his way and sacrificed. What if he would have never met me that weekend? You know, shit like that. So that if I got people that's hungry like that, bro, that's why I tell my brothers, I'm like, bro, y'all niggas is dropping the ball. But the crazy thing is this, right? I want down a little train of thought. But fucking the thing is this, right? A lot of people, bro, they scared of success because they scared to fail. When I became fearless, like I'd do anything like that's gonna grow the brand and take any risk that's gonna grow my brand, right? Or grow with my businesses that I got going on. I take that risk. I've been took that mind of fear out because if it don't work, bro, only thing that happened is you just found a new way that didn't work and then just get the fuck up and keep it going. That's why when people want that sob story shit, I'm like, bro, I respect you. Hope you everything happened, but I don't know how to cater to you of saying everything will be okay. No, I'll be like, get the fuck up. It is what it is. Like, and it is what it is, and you keep it going. That's my mindset. So when people around me, that's how we grow. Like, for example, like my wife, her baby brother, this motherfucker like 6'9". He came out here to Utah. I said, bro, just play ball. Be great. Play ball. Be great. I'm gonna take care of the marketing from there. But it's all. But at the same time, you represent me. When they see you out here, they see you as my little brother. Nigga, they only expect nothing but greatness, and that's the mindset, But I want to say this because there's a lot of people in the room, and because this shit I'm on now. Like we can get back into that, but I want to say this: just creating generational wealth, right? Bro, like I got a friend. He's close. He's on the road to being a billionaire, and he did. I was like, bro, how you do that? Like, how did you get to that position? I said, he's like, yo, what you do? I said, I own properties. I got a few houses. I'm about to buy another house. I got a club. I just closed a restaurant down, and I did all this from my clothing brand being successful in an investment like that. But I see a little difference in you. I'm comfortable because I don't leave my house. I can sleep all day. I put myself in a good position where I ain't gotta do nothing, and I'm good for the next couple. I'm good because I never gotta pay rent ever again in life because I have properties that tenants that pay rent. I'm set myself in a good position. My clothes brand could die down today, and I'm still in a good position. I said, but you move too comfortable. I'm comfortable. People say I'm comfortable. I want to see how comfortable you is. You relax. And so then I was like, I know you don't own no team. I know obviously your business is private. I said, what you got? And you know what he said? He was like, yo, I just invest into life insurance. And he broke. I have life insurance, but then he broke it down the good things about it, right? The benefits from it. Because when we think of life insurance, we just go, yeah, when I die, my family get the money, they get whatever couple of dollars, they pay for the funeral, go about their business, right? But nobody look at it as opportunity, being alive, shit like that. And for example, I mean like this. For example, I have policies out on all my family members, but it was just really to bury them, like little 10, 20,000, whatever. And little kickback, I give it to like say like little 2, 3,000, whatever extra we got covered, right? But then he's like, yo, up it. Up it to $1 million on every damn body. He said up it on everybody because how much people that died from when you first became successful into now? I said a lot of people that I know. He was like, imagine you had $1 million policy on every one of them, and you got it set to when you damn near only paying $100 a person a month. Like everybody can't do this. Everybody can't do $100 a month. 20 people like that. People got bills, and I understand that, like some realistic shit. But imagine if you just put $1 million policy out on yourself and you pay $100 out your check every month. Your kids automatically a millionaire, and if you pass away, that means you automatically create a generational wealth automatically. That's without saying. That's what's gonna happen for your kids and your grandkids. That's generational wealth. That yeah, you can't get it now, but you can do that. But you can dib into the million. After a year pass, bro, you instead of getting a loan from the bank, nigga, you borrow from your own life insurance policy and you come up with the terms how you gonna pay it back. But you can borrow from your own life. See, we don't know that. Where we come from, we don't get those type of resources. It's there now, the internet there. So niggas don't have excuses, but at the same time, it wasn't normal to us. That shit normal in some of these white people and like they families. You ready? Like I told wifey got to cut it because wifey just came back. Like we on a mission right now. We about to go check out this new property. But bro, I'll be back in here, bro.
Nah, I
You ready?
appreciate you, John. Nah, John, I appreciate you, bro, giving us motivation. Make sure y'all check out John's clothing brand, bro. Y'all probably seen his hats on mad celebrities, mad basketball players. His shit goes absolutely crazy, and I'm looking forward, to collaborating and seeing how we can network too. So, John, appreciate you for stopping by, bro.
Yeah, you
Have a
already
good
know
day,
my
bro.
guy. You already know, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Everybody enjoy their
Yes,
day.
sir.
All right.
Listen, let's get back to the topic, right? My bro John came through the pop through today, give us some motivation and top into the topic. He comes in off this app all the time. He comes in the media mentors. He comes to drop gems because in real life, he's doing real life shit and having real life loyalty with people from the fucking games to the fucking Utah shit to the clubs, right? So shout out to him for pushing up on us and coming through. But is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty? Jose, Ethan, Trillion, Nikki Mac, T for Sean. I want to get back to the conversation. How you guys feeling about this? I feel like more people are, seeking online validation from different people versus having real friends and real life. Like, what happened to that? Wasn't supposed to build up real shit in real life first, and then when you get online, it's just extra. The extra cherry on top is really, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get back to the topic, and anybody can chime in. Are you guys still with me? Who's next? Who wants to grab the mic?
When you said who's next, I thought of who's next. Go, go,
You
go,
crazy,
go.
bro.
That was
I,
bars. I wish I heard. I mean, I heard enough. I'm about to do some push-ups. I feel motivated.
For real, Trill. How you feel about this topic, Trill? Is it online validation or real life loyalty?
I'll speak for myself and my real life. I prefer real life loyalty and validation. It took me a long time to be the kind of person that is easy to work with and well liked and reliable. That comes with maturity and age, hopefully, for most people. So I don't care who doesn't like me online. I think people might hate me online. I made my Instagram private recently because I say the same thing I would say in person that I do, whatever. It's just, I have a motto like, it's easier to be disliked for who you are than liked for who you're not. It takes so much energy to pour into a fake persona. And then at some point, you can't keep up with it. But I just want to say one thing. Jason, or I forgot his name. But he said something that stood out to me. I had a meeting with one of the board members in my organization because to have a 501c3, you need at least 3 board members. So I had to replace one of them, and I kept feeling like, what's wrong with this lady? Like, I see her Facebook, I see her interacting on social media. I mean, I'm like, girl, you've got tons of followers. Like, people love you. 200 comments for happy birthday. I'll be lucky to get 5. Shit, you got 200. Um, but she was scared in real life to continue on with the pressures that come with any business. Because even though it's nonprofit, it's still networking and, just similar interactions with people as if you had a LLC or sold t-shirts or whatever. And when she said she was scared, I'm like, forgive my language. I'm not claiming to be professional. I'm a reformed hood rat. But the first thing I thought of was like, you're not scared to take dick raw. You're not scared to visit your son in jail. You're not scared to go have multiple baby daddies. Like, you're not scared to go to work every day for someone else when you know you could utilize your gifts to have your own shit or let's do this together type shit. So, I don't know. For me, real life loyalty is so important. I'm in my mid 30s and I've honed in on people who truly, truly care about me. And it's not a lot. And that's okay because it's quality over quantity. But I really wish well for people who prefer online validation. I mean, God forbid the internet shut down. I don't know if anyone has seen influencers crying because they were kicked out of YouTube or Instagram and they felt like they were nothing without that online presence. So, I mean, both are nice, but definitely things in real life are so important. I can't call anyone here if God forbid I was in jail, even if everyone in here was loved me and we talked offline. I have to call my mom. I have to make sure I'm good with people who know me, people who are gonna like trust that they can, they're not gonna get hunted by bounty tank or some bounty hunter for bail and shit. I'm not gonna be in jail anyway. So yeah, I'll just end by saying real life loyalty is my personal preference.
Ooh, thank you, Trillion, for that submission. Wow, real life loyalty. Me too. I prefer that. Jose, Ethan, Nikki Mac, T for Sean. Real life loyalty for me. That's what I would prefer. I rather, be cool in real life with everyone. Um, Forget the online
Yeah.
validation, right? How y'all feel? Let's go.
So let me know if my background is loud
You
because I'm
good?
getting a
You good?
retwist. Okay. Hey y'all. Good afternoon. Um, yeah, I'm definitely more a real life loyalty girl. Um, I I loved everything that I've heard so far, but for me as a woman that started off an artist when I was younger and then kind of fell in love with the business side of the industry and empowering other creatives and kind of helping other people's careers along, connecting with folks and doing that groundwork, being on a few people's teams and just making shit shake for folk. I realized that like my network is my net worth, and I sincerely appreciate um, and value like those bonds, those connections more so than anything. Um, I'm also not into um, all kinds of attention, and being a creative or being somebody that's supposed to be uh, or that is I am impactful in real life, but when it comes to like the social media thing sometimes um, I don't know, like I definitely value the real life more so than online because it gets tricky, like online you could kind of be um, there's a difference between being influential and being impactful. And my life's purpose, y'all have heard me say this before, is to be a blessing to those who want to be a blessing. So that more than anything is what matters to me. So if I'm online and I even bless one person or change one person's mind about something negative and shift them from having a lack mindset to an abundant mindset, then I feel like, I've accomplished something. But so that it's like a line there, right? Because online valid it's not necessarily the validation that does it for me, more so it's the seeds that get planted. But I guess that would come with doing that, right? Folks validating you online would come with you doing that. So yeah, but what's more valuable, definitely real life loyalty. um because yeah, I mean, a lot of times there are people online that get so invested that they'll come out, but that's you don't know that all the time until you actually connect in real life or until you've impacted them in real life. So it's always going to be real life over online for me.
Mm, I agree. Is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty? Zoe, welcome to the stage. I still got Nikki Mack here, Ethan, Jose. If you guys want to hop in, for Sean, if you guys want to come up, Lewis, Stanley, Jazzy, if you guys want to come up as well, you can. But is online validation more valuable than real life loyalty? Are people choosing the validation of the internet and DMs and likes versus like versus real life connections, linking up with real people, having real people in their circle, like how John was talking about, right? Let's get into this. Nye, welcome to the stage. Zoe, welcome to the stage. Let's continue this conversation. Ping the room out and share the room out. If you guys can help me ping the room out, that'll be perfect. So that way we can allow more people to expand on this conversation before I switch the topic. You know me, I got ADHD. I'll switch the topic. I'll get bored of this and switch it mid while somebody's talking. But let's go in right now. Oh yeah, and my sister Senora pulled up. Hold on. Hold a minute. Wait a minute. And this is the online validation part that I was talking about right here, right? You guys always need online validation. I always see people always talking about, oh, why didn't this person like my picture? For Sean, you heard that before? Jose, you heard that? Oh, why this person didn't like my picture? So, am I bugging? Nah. Am I bugging? Senora, sister, am I bugging? Why this person didn't like my picture? Why? Why you need to be validated by this person? Well, you don't give a fuck if you like my picture or not. So, over to you. How you feel about this? What about the liking? What you ever heard that bickering? It's like it's very small and petty, but do you think that's a part of online validation?
That's a part of what you catch in your web. I think it's casting a net over real life, and like, okay, I have connections in real life. Now I'm just trying to carry over, right? That net is now being casted on the internet. It's a web. So whatever falls into my web, I go from there. Oh, there's a new store. I'm out with my daughter driving. Okay, Lana, hold on. The thing is, everybody is a dollar. So if you're a fan of me, if you're supporting me, you have like there's money to be made also. So the loyalty can come from the fandom, right? I'm putting out something new, or here's a video for y'all. They're gonna view it. So the analytics and real life carry over.
Yeah, sometimes we hear happy Thursday to the room. Sometimes I'm sure many of us have heard that phrase about how oftentimes, if you're a content creator or you're trying to do something great, maybe you're a business owner, and oftentimes we find our loved ones, our friends and family, those who we've grown up with, those who we expect to support us, don't support us. They don't care about what you're doing, right? Sometimes some of us might find that they think you're a joke or a failure, or they're just waiting for you to fail. But then you turn your attention to social media and you get a lot of love from complete strangers, and that can become a bit addictive to some people. And when you continue to pour into social media and the day comes when you're not getting that attention anymore, you might feel a little slighted that the online strangers aren't giving you the love that you've kind of grown accustomed to, because in many ways you might not be getting it from the folks in your family. So I can see, wait, you changed the title already.
Yep, sure did. Sure, but you can still talk about that online validation though, because
um,
mad people need that shit. And I don't know why. It's not
yeah.
really that important.
So, especially in this digital age of content creator, you have a lot of the younger folks, the younger generations, that's their job. Content creation, online engagement, that's their job. Look at how many people freaked out when TikTok was down for what, a day or two. There was even a clip of a young prominent content creator who turned up to the TikTok offices. She was banging on the door in tears because they banned her and took her account away. She was having a breakdown. So, yeah, for a lot of people, that online attention is their lifeline, Stat.
Okay, now I understand.
And
Senora.
Stanley, you a bitch.
Come on, man.
So, Stack,
Go ahead. This is what we're gonna do. Go ahead, Senora. Over to you, sister. You can chime into this topic or the online validation one. Appreciate you.
the online validation, attention to women is equivalent to sex to men. That's what I will say about that.
Oh,
And should men and women date within their tax bracket? Women should date up, men should date down. Thanks.
whoa. Yeah, see how she trillion. See how she do. See how my sister do. She comes through and just drop it. Once that's it. That's it right there. How you feel? How y'all feel about that one? Hold up, Senora. That was too quick.
I agree. There's nothing to add.
Come on.
Just end the room.
That's right. She just muted up and just like that's just what it is, right, Trillion? Like that's just damn sis. Okay, so there's no expansion on that. Zoe, how you feeling, man? For Sean, how you feel about that, bro? Damn.
I'll expand on it. Is but
Please, sister.
men seem to have this need or want to have a level of control and date down.
So you
You
saying
want all the
they
control,
uglier a
date
little
down.
bit then, sister? Is that what you're saying?
No, the men that are clients or that I know, their wives worked with them to get to where they are. They have an adoration of their wives that are completely unfound, like their wives run everything. Ask my wife, ask my wife, ask my wife. But those women were there from the beginning. In this new modern era, it seems very transactional. And because we have to adapt with the times and people are not loving how they used to love and people don't want to build anymore, that's my solution. Women date up, men date down.
Wow, I get it now. Wow. Wow. I feel like this though, Senora too. I feel like men want to take advantage of women because they're dating down, maybe too. It's like, okay, I'm dating down now. I get to take advantage of this person. I have more resources. Maybe I'm more privy at
I think
things.
it's an
How you
equal
feel about
I
that,
think it's
sister?
an equal transaction exchange. The woman wants the man for the resources, the man wants control and access to their looks and access to their body. It's even. There you go.
Wow. So you guys both have access. Okay. Who else wants to chime into this topic? Should men and women date within their tax bracket? Should you stay in your lane? Nah, where you at? Ethan, where you at? Trillion, Zoe, should y'all stay in y'all lane? A lot of people are crossing lanes and going into lanes too, sister. And it's just like, you wasn't made for that. You wasn't made to jump in that lane with that person. Why are you trying to go over there? You know damn well you can't keep up with this person's needs. You know damn well you cannot do this. So why do some people crisscross lanes knowing it would be an embarrassment or they would fail? Nye, over to you. Let's expand this conversation.
My thing is, I'm gonna put it simply: men and women, especially men, date who you can afford. That doesn't seem like it's a hard concept to me. Date who you can afford. Point blank. Period. It doesn't need to be complicated. I know oftentimes we see people who are just so beautiful and the body is tea, as the girlies say, and we want to just get with the most beautiful, the most glamorous, the Naomi Campbells, the Kim Kardashians in the world of the world. And then let's say these girlies give you the time of day or attention, okay? Or the men give you the time of the attention you want, ladies. And then you find as you kind of emotionally invest in these beauties, the stress that comes with trying to maintain the relationship, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to have money all the time for dates. I don't know why people stress themselves out to date. It's real simple. Date who you can afford. Point blank, period.
So Nye just dropped it right there, Trillion. Date who you can afford. How you feel about that? I like that one.
Yeah, I agree. It should be simple, and it's not like a diss or it's common sense on both ends. Like there's women who are sugar mamas. I mean, maybe they're stressed. I don't know. Who's to say I won't be one at 80 if my husband dies? I don't know yet. I'll keep y'all posted. But yeah, I had a situation where this guy was crying and telling me, "Oh, I spent so much money on you. I spent, bitch, no one asked you to do that." In fact, if I knew, I would have encouraged that this end because I personally give freely. I don't worry about money, and it's not cuz I have so much. It's cuz I don't want to scare the money. I want to make sure the money knows I want more of it, so I'm not going to be scared if too much or whatever comes out of my account and oh my god, there's a bill here. I don't worry about those things. So if you do, automatically we're not compatible. I don't want to hear a grown ass man crying about money. Go fucking make more. And if you can't, whatever, but don't come crying to me because I don't ask for things that I can't provide myself. And I don't even think it's wrong if a woman asks for things that she can't provide herself because I'm team girl power and I love the sugar babies and I love the women just getting money thrown at them. Like, do you, sis? But for me, I don't ever think I'm asking for too much, And I don't know if y'all heard this song, but it's like I'm not asking for too much. I'm asking the wrong motherfucker. So yeah, please, like, it was just so baffling to me. Like, you want me to feel bad because your account is now negative? Who told you to do this?
Oh shit! Damn, Trill. Nobody told you to go negative because you was chasing
That's
the
crazy.
box. You understand? Nobody told you to overdraft your account because you were man. Bring K Dusty up, man. I like when he come through. Listen, nobody told you to overdraft your account because you wanted the box. Nobody told you. What are you doing?
Actually, yes,
Come
they
on, man.
did. Actually, yes, they did, Stack.
Okay, talk to me.
Men are bred from little boys in America to do everything they can to get the woman they want. We are bred to be simped the fuck up. And you only don't if somebody put you up on game. Or if you lucky enough to realize that that's not how it go. Not only are we bred to do it, women incentivize men to do so. And then blame them for doing so. Think about everything these same women said yesterday in your room, brother. They encourage men to do whatever they had to do to get the woman's attention, even if she turned them down. That's literally what they said yesterday.
Hey everyone.
Kat, thank you for
Hey
coming through.
Stan.
For Sean. Oh my God. For Sean, you're crazy. Kat, how you feel about this, sister? Should women and men date within their tax bracket? I was talking about this earlier. A lot of people are crisscrossing lanes, jumping into lanes that they can't even afford. You can't even keep up with this shit. Why are you hopping in the lane? Kat, would you like to expand on this before I do popcorn? Thank you for pulling up, sister.
Do popcorn first because
All right.
I'm
All
about
right,
to
cool. Yeah, y'all
leave
know
them.
Cat got VIP. Jay, thank you for coming through. Nikki, K Dusty, thank you for coming through. Listen, Nye, thank you for coming through. Jose, Ice, for Sean. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Jumping into lanes, crisscrossing lanes, knowing damn well you can't keep up with this shit. You need to go back to where you came from. Who wants to jump in? Who wants to come in
I,
next?
I
Let's get
would.
it.
I mean, this conversation is so interesting to me because it's like the way I see it. One, I don't even know like how many people have an accurate picture of where they actually are, and to me, it's not even about money. Like I think about this like holistically, like like maybe lifestyle might be the better way to put it, or yeah, like holistically how you live your life, whatever. Because it's like every time I hear a particular group of women say, "Oh, a man should just date within his tax bracket," all they're really talking about is he should be able to spend as much money as I want for the lifestyle that I want. It has nothing to do with anything that's based in like objectivity or truth. And it's like that. That's when I start saying stuff like, okay, well, what if you have a black man that can afford three women, like objectively? He could afford three households, three different states in a
No,
high
they hate
cost.
they hate
So
that
what? So
math, K
what
Dusty.
happens? What happens then? Right? It's just like this whole like, oh, dating your or dating your lane thing. I think is a way for people who aren't honest with themselves to try to shame other people from getting the thing that they actually think is valuable, or give or sharing their resources or their lifestyle with someone that they actually would value or that would value it. Because a lot of these women that's talking about, oh, dating your lane, if you can't spend this or you can't spend that or you can't do this, I'm like, there's this big disconnect between the type of men who have means, who are trying to pay for nails and bags and trips and all this other stuff just to smash, and men who are trying to retire a wife. These are two different types of guys, but they can have the same quote unquote tax. They could be in the same quote unquote tax bracket. So it's just like it's just dumb. I don't know. I think it's kind of silly.
Real quick, I personally think that people should date within their culture before they date within their tax bracket.
Oh shit! Whoa, 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 whoa! Cat, you just kicked the table over. Why'd you say that, Cat? Can we please expand, please? That's a deep one right there. Hold up.
Real
Why'd
quick,
you say that before the tax
real
bracket,
quick,
Cat? Why would you put the culture before the
because
tax?
people lead with money and their anatomy, their sex, before leading with what actually builds a home, what builds your marriage, what builds your life, which is your culture, your family. So I was raised in a way where um the men made money, if the woman didn't, they still figured it out. If the woman came from money and the man did it, they still figured it out. They came on top. So um priorities are not at the right place, obviously, for a lot of people. That's why they keep failing. So stick to what you know, especially if you don't got it.
Stick to what you know, especially if you don't got. I appreciate that, Cat, because I said don't bump lanes into people where you can't keep up with it. You don't introduce a lifestyle that you can't keep up with an individual. You're only gonna just set yourself
Yeah,
back,
because
or it's a disservice to
But
yourself.
stack a lot
what
of
happens for the people
times.
who can't even keep up with the lifestyle
Hmm.
Because
themselves?
one sec, a lot of time, um, you could meet somebody that y'all are in the same tax bracket, but your views of life are completely different, and that does not matter. It As soon as you start seeing, well, we don't parent the same way, our values are not the same, our standards are not the same. Well, how you look at your future and my future is not the same. How I value family and how you value family is not the same. Regardless of how much money we make or we don't make, um, it's still gonna end up in divorce
because we're not in the same place. That's why I think it's always best to look at your culture, your values, uh, stick to your standards, what you need in life, and make that make sense. Instead of being or chasing after somebody's bag or the bag that you can't have.
Whoa, thank you for that, Kat, because somebody needed to hear that today.
And
Go
I
ahead,
say that all the
Layla. Over to
time,
you.
Stack. I say it all the time. Morals, values, principles. That's the thing that keeps families together. Like this money thing is really toxic. It's really toxic.
Yes. Why do you think it's so toxic, though, Layla? Why?
Because I think how you go into a relationship is really going to indicate how it goes, right? So if a woman is approaching a man specifically because he's a man of means and that's her priority, then when those means shift, the priority, like that's her
Yeah, he's gonna
priority.
get
So you're
dumped,
no longer
Layla. He's
good to
gonna
her.
get dumped on his
Right.
ass.
Facts. And I think when a man approaches a woman solely on aesthetics, he will always be either looking for another woman that is better looking, right? Or when she no longer looks like that, she's in peril, right? Like it's be real about what you want from your life, right? And only entertain people that want what you want.
I agree with that. Only entertain with people that want what you want. Because if you dealing with someone that don't want what you want, and y'all got different views, like how Kat was saying, y'all gonna be arguing and bickering back and forth all day. So now I'm getting what she's saying about the culture. We got to vibe. Yeah, we got to be agree on the same shit. Because if you come from a different background and you meshing with my shit, and it's fucking up the way I'm, my vision, and then this is gonna mess up everything. So I feel where y'all coming from with that. If you guys are just now joining, we're talking about should men and women date within their tax bracket. Ping the room up and share the room up for me, please. And if you got a pink ticket, cash it in. Be a part of the gender war floor. And if you know somebody that wants to talk about this topic, tell them to come by. But who's coming up next? I'm gonna leave it popcorn style for now. Should men and women date within their tax bracket? Are they introducing shit that they can't afford? Can they not keep up with it? Yeah, this is the topic today. Who's coming in next? Senor said Trill, Zoe, who's in here?
As a
Go ahead,
side
later.
note,
Over.
Stack, I'm not to talk the floor all in real quick. As a side note, I mean, for people that don't have, I think younger people don't have a lot of experience with the hills and valleys of finances, right? So you could be at 100,000, 150,000, and you could be at 20,000. Like it can happen to anyone. So approaching someone and requiring a particular quote unquote tax bracket, right? What if that person takes a dip, right? It may be temporary, but like, have you not thought that that could happen? Because life be life in.
Does the loyalty shift after that? For Sean, you could chime into that too, Layla. But does the loyalty shift after that though? When the shit dips, what
I mean,
happens to
not
the
for me
loyalty?
because
What's up?
money's not my priority.
Yeah, that's why Stack. I strongly encourage people to start raising their children to date within their age category bilaterally or unilaterally, or even at where we at, just stop dating people at the same age. Like for young people, like I've told my daughter forever, her husband is probably going to be anywhere between 6 to 10 years older than her, if not older. A man at 21, to Layla's point, alhamdulillah, don't know what it means to take care of himself yet, let alone a woman. He literally needs time to practice, fail, and fix. A young woman, on the other hand, don't need to be outside to learn how to be inside. You understand what I'm saying? Like we men and women need to be different things at different times. So like a young woman being married and being in a committed relationship very early makes sense. A young man being married in his early 20s makes no sense. I don't care how much money he got, he hasn't figured out how to be a man. You become a man outside of your father's home.
Yeah, I'm having the same conversation for Sean with my daughter. Like, if you want to build with somebody, be sure if you marry someone your age, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be building with him. It's going to be hills and valleys, and there's going to be successes and failures. If you're looking for like the home life, you need to go up a few years and marry someone older.
Yeah, because even if the marriage is more so like You know, she's 21 and he's, 27. He's still figuring it out, but you can build with that. But a young woman 21 can't really build nothing with a 22-year-old. That's just gonna be vibes. He just not about to graduate college.
So let me ask you a question, and this is like anyone in the room. I think there's a difference in culture in America. So what I've noticed in this marriage process is that men who are 27 who are from overseas have a very different approach to that particular dynamic than men who are 27 who grew up here.
No, that's a fact, especially if he come from a specific religious background.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
horny and they're poor. That's the issue in America.
Oh
Like
shit, Trill.
when
Whoa, what you say, Trill?
they're, I don't like you're horny and poor is crazy. You know, I have a son, and who knows, maybe he might get with one of your daughters. Let me tell you, she's gonna be spoiled. She's gonna respect him. She's gonna, encourage him to make more money, maybe give him some ideas. To me, that's more realistic building. Like, because women will cost you no matter what. Do you want it to cost you a few dollars that you can get back, or do you want it to cost you your peace? Do you want to get stabbed? Do you want your windows bust out your car, your tires, like your clothes bleached and set on fire? So, I want my son to love God and not be poor. Is he gonna make his own choices in life? Yes. I will block him and never speak to him again if he makes the wrong choice.
Yo, Trill. Yeah, that
Yeah.
strict. You gonna block him? It's over.
I told
What?
him I'm gonna block him and move to Miami and get my body done. You'll never fucking hear from me again. Because the last thing I want as a woman is to know that I have pushed out a male from my womb and he's okay with stressing his woman out, expecting sex, but he has not been to work all day. Not that that's anyone in here, but he's a black man, so I'm scared for him. I'll be honest. There's something wrong with black men at birth sometimes. So I'm monitoring the situation, right? So I really hope that he spoils his woman. And there's so many good women out there. Like so many moms I notice who have sons, they encourage they pour into their sons' ears that women are gold diggers and she has to prove yourself. No, fuck you. Like you have to prove yourself because you're supposed to protect her. And not that I want him to be Travis Hunter per se, but shit, the guy looks happy. I don't know. I don't know those people. Maybe they're great and they're gonna be together forever. But people only do what you allow anyway. So if he ends up a simp and gets used, maybe that'll be a lesson he learns. If worst case scenario, he'll be a trick. It's no fucking sweat off my back. But that's all I wanted to say.
I mean,
Ooh-wee. Who's coming in next? Whoever want to jump in, go ahead, Layla. Let's
when fathers are in the picture, right? That's the man's job. He's supposed to prove that he's worthy of taking on your daughter, right? And we have to think about it like that for those of us with daughters, right? When a man comes to court her, he has to prove that he's worthy of courting her. And we're not teaching that dynamic young enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be impossible for a knucklehead, undeveloped, simped out trick son, to get anywhere with my daughter. My daughter's husband is going to be like his worst is going to be my best. Ideally, I'm my daughter's standard. You know what I'm saying? I'm heavily immersed in her life. I'm not just a father who pay bills and hang out with her. I don't spoil my daughter. Stack it's impossible to be good and spoiled. My daughter is extremely well taken care of, though. Super intelligent. The accolades run out the window. She has an extremely clear idea of what a man is and what a wife and what's expected from a wife. And she's still in development. She's 16. She doesn't have an ego. She's extremely obedient. Understands servitude, participation, generosity, kindness, high level of communication, speaks multiple languages. Like some of these people's chip son not going to be able to even approach my daughter with anything except manhood. She's irritated by boys in her age bracket. She don't find them attractive at all. Because me and her uncles and men in her life are men. And she's achieved too much to be like, oh, I'm into that. She's not impressed by the internet. To your previous room, Stack, my daughter ain't impressed by the internet and social media.
Yeah, the online validation for sure. Yeah.
She don't need none of
Hmm.
that. And, but people used to be worried because like the women in my family got really nice bodies. Like my daughter, my mom, and my aunts, and they from Detroit. They got them bodies that women pay for now. My daughter, she has a really nice shape. You know what I'm saying? She got the hourglass shape. She's 16, but she don't care about that a lot. I see a lot of other people, kids that 16. These little girls look like they in college. My daughter look like a kid. She dressed like a kid. She not trying to wear makeup and look older and get attention from men. You know what I'm saying? She worried about getting into college and building her businesses up. So it's a different game. You know what I'm saying? My daughter not worried about money. As far as relationships, she's concerned that God is going to send her a man that's in His frame. That's family focused, like her father.
That makes
So
sense.
You know what's interesting, Fashawn? My daughter started college when she was 15, right? And when she went to college, she used to come home and be like, I hate college kids. And I'm like, what? You're literally a college kid. She couldn't even stand to be around the dynamic of what looked like for her.
You know,
And
the interesting thing is, oh, go
oh
ahead,
no,
finish your
I'm
thought,
sorry.
sis.
I just was laughing because he was laughing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to hear from Lawrence. Lawrence, go ahead, my
No,
brother. Over to
no,
you.
I think it's important that there's certainly reciprocity. I'm sure that there is. You know, the sister that said, Trillium, you are funny. She was like, I will block you. Move to Miami. But you heard me over here laughing with food in my mouth. Um, but I think it's important that we understand that just as we have to raise boys under the pretense that at some point they're going to be someone's boyfriend, fiance, and husband, we have to raise young ladies under the pretense that at some point they're going to be someone's girlfriend, fiance, and wife, right? I remember Fashawn, I was at a restaurant in Chicago last summer, and I saw this young lady. She could have been older, maybe 13 years old, sitting with what appeared to be her mother and maybe aunties. And this little girl was shoveling food down her throat like she was about to be executed, like it was her last day on earth, or like she had not eaten in months. And I remember thinking, who is going to wife this young lady up eating like that? She was 13 and already overweight. At 13, we are not. Let me say this a different way. We have to raise our boys to be husbands, but thus we have to raise our young ladies to show up as wives, right? We have to do that. My nieces and nephews, I am on their asses like flies on shit. I don't play around, not one bit at all, right? You don't drive up to a young lady's door and honk the damn horn. Get your ass out the car. And if you cannot properly date her, you stay home and get it together. But we don't play them games. Not my family, we don't. So at the end of the day, we have to begin to the title of the room. Um, we have to begin to raise our young folks and mentor sometimes folks in our social circle as to what you do and what you don't do. Sometimes that's necessary.
Ooh wee.
So, Stack,
Oh,
you know
come
what
on.
I find
Well,
Come on,
interesting?
what
Sister
I'm
Senora.
noticing,
I had
may I make a
Nikki.
comment?
Hold on,
A
Nikki.
lot of
Go ahead, Nikki. You go ahead, and then pass it to my sister Senora, please. Over to you.
a
Go ahead, Nikki.
lot
Because
of
I heard
women,
see you trying to come in.
what I'm noticing with women, and this is not to be mean or cruel, but I travel from state to state. I done been to everywhere, but what I'm noticing is a lot of women say they want providers and protectors, but what I'm noticing about these young men, they want women to take care of them like they mamas took care of them.
Oh
Women
shit,
are not
Nikki.
making their
Oh,
sons get jobs at the age of
oh.
15. By 15 to 16, he need to be working. But the reason the black woman does not make her son get a job is because she feels guilty because there's no daddy in the home, so she's trying to be mama and daddy. No disrespect. But then he's expecting a grown woman to buy him stuff and take care of him because that's what his mama has been doing. And it's not saying that she's a bad mom. She's just trying to make up for what's lacking. But a lot of black mothers are not excuse me, making their sons work. So now they're expecting the black woman who you think of as your mama to take care of you still like your mama do. And I'm gonna give you an example. I I did it myself with my little brother. Me and my brother, we 17 years apart. So naturally I'm gonna want to shower him with stuff. I buy him stuff. You know, he made a comment to me, I'm tired of everything I got. Everybody know that you I bought it for him. He wanted a van. That van was $10,000, but luckily I met a white man. He showed me favor, and sold it to me for. He wanted 5,000, but when he met me, I got it for two. I bought him a van. I got a large sum of money. I bought my brother a Cadillac. Um, Ever since my brother was in school, every car that my boyfriend and then my husband bought me, my brother had it. My ex-husband was like, let him drive that. I used to have a Mustang. I'm at home with my man anyway. So I contributed. That's how I know what happened. Contributed to that, and he had an issue with women to break down, and then my
I
I
think you're cutting up, Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki, you
okay,
breaking up,
okay,
Nikki. I'm trying to hear you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then I had to find. I love my little brother so much. I look for male mentors for him because we have all women in our family and guys that I think are good guys. I'll be like, I want you to listen to him, and I'll introduce some of my friends to him. But we as black women, we do that. We gotta. And he never had a job because I thought my brother ain't got to work. His sister got it. My ex-husband had a construction company. He worked for him, but we just got to do better.
Nikki, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna
That
say this
was
out
crazy.
loud. I'm gonna say this out loud. You are absolutely correct. If anybody on here got sons, and y'all might hate me, but so be it. If any of y'all sons, nephews, or whatever you in proximity to are running around with a bonnet on his head, he ain't ready. You've done him a disservice. If any, if any, if any of y'all sons are morbidly obese, walking around with them damn Crocs, them damn female shoes with holes in it, he's not ready. You've done him a disservice. If any of y'all got sons that did not got his hands dirty with a shovel or an axe or taking out the trash or fixing a car, he's not ready. Y'all need to defeminize y'all's boys. Let me say that again. Y'all need to defeminize y'all's boy. If that Negro is 13 years old and doesn't know how to change a tire yet, but he got a bonnet wearing Crocs, running around thinking a white t-shirt is what you wear to dinner. Look, we need to defeminize these boys because what you are doing is putting something back out into the public that will destroy the black community and not build it. You understand that? That is how it works. I'm gonna give a quick metaphor. When I go to the gym, ladies, when I lift the weight, I rip and tear muscle. rip and tear. Women don't know nothing about that unless you're pregnant. That is the way men get stronger. Get the metaphor. If I need a spotter is typically a man that is stronger than I am so that he could support the weight. What y'all doing is y'all on one end of the barbell, your mama or his girlfriend on the other end, and y'all trying to spot a grown ass boy. Stop it. Walk away. Get your ass out of the gym, get the metaphor, and let that boy rip and tear that muscle so that he can get stronger, so that he can become someone's boyfriend instead of somebody's
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend, instead of
Facts, Lord.
somebody's child. Come on now.
Come on,
I'ma
Lawrence
So
coming
stop
in.
Stack,
there.
Let me get Senora coming in. My sister been trying to come in, Lawrence. I appreciate that. We need that. Senora, over to you, and then not come in right after her. Let's continue.
so I find it very interesting that fathers are needed until they're not needed. Um, I don't see more women advocating for men stepping up as fathers as needed. We can do so much rah, rah, rah. And then on the other hand, well, our children need their fathers. Okay. Well, if our children need our fathers, why don't we do everything possible to be with the fathers that we procreate with? That's just a thought. I'll give you a quick example. My son saw me bringing my husband breakfast in bed. And then he said, Mom, why don't you bring me breakfast and bread? And my husband, but he said in Spanish, because you need to get your own wife. That simple. Get your own wife.
Yeah, they be wifing their sons all over the place.
Right, right.
I know
So
that's right.
that simple act of seeing my role and how I cater to his dad and how his dad says, oh, no, 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 that's your mother, not your wife. Children need to see that. They need to see that. Everything is cute until we grow up and we're 50, 60 years old and our children resent us and you're trying to figure out why. What did you show him through your life example? Just a thought.
And respectfully, you got to remember that you're one of the lucky ones. I was one of the lucky ones. We got to remember that we got these girls that are 27 to 35. That's the age range. I see it every day. Let me tell you what broke my heart the other day. I was out at the outlet mall. I seen a black man with a white woman and her white babies. They wasn't mixed. Then I seen a black girl with four sons walking by herself. I said, look at this BS. But I couldn't say nothing to her because people can't receive from you, as you say, if they don't know you. But we as the elders, um, I'm outside everywhere. I done everything, been everywhere, know a lot of people. I know from people like the mayor to the slum. I can get with anybody. But what are we as grown women? Because when I was growing up, I had a lady next door to me that would come and tell me she was from Barbados. She used to literally come snatch me out my bed on Saturday morning. She didn't care nothing about what my mama said and taught me how to cook and clean and wash. My mama, I ain't have to do nothing. My mama had them dishes. I ain't mop a floor. I ain't do nothing. But it was Maureen that came across that street and got Katrina and told her, look, gal, this is what we're going to do. I don't do that. I can cook some of your foods. I ain't no great cook. But because of her, she made a big impact on me. And we are grown people. We're not doing what we supposed to do. We supposed to be reaching back, grabbing these young girls, tell them, no, baby, don't raise your child like that. When she come out the house, comb her hair. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? I'm fine. You doing all right? Yes, I am. Good to see you.
I understand where Nikki's
all
coming
right
from.
now, Auntie. All right
Yo,
now, Auntie.
yo, cowboy, how you feel about this, man? Should women and men date within their tax bracket? Jump in, bro.
Uh, I think that I think the obvious answer is yes, right? I think that women should date men who are equal to them, um, financially and education wise and leadership wise. But I do think, like, I guess you could say, like, some caveats to it. I think that it is some caveats to that too, because I think, like, a woman can be a nurse, but I think, she might need to marry that brother that's a carpenter. She might need to marry that brother that's a plumber, right? Because um them type of jobs right there doesn't mean that you less in leadership, and those jobs make good money on top of that, but it don't mean like you less on leadership or you lower on the totem pole, right? But let's say like he does make less money, um he still could be a good husband and things like that, and he could still do a lot of the other things that somebody may need. But I think for the most part, yeah, also men too, right? I think men should date women who are in their tax bracket who are equal to them. I don't think men should just be going and get broke women. I think your woman should equal up to you in tax bracket and education as well.
I agree, cowboy. Yeah, bro. You don't want them to be dead broke, dead fucked up, right? So yeah, have something going on, right? It's always attractive. Let's continue this conversation. Ebony, I see you coming in. Let's go. What you got to say to this conversation
So
before I
I
chime
hear
back
what you all are saying about people should date in their tax bracket, but um, a lot of times we hear that just because a woman makes money, that does not qualify her for a man who makes that money. So when we look at a woman like me, I'm a teacher. I made almost 98K last year, but I'm overweight. So I would be told that I don't qualify for a man in that tax bracket. So let's talk about that.
Okay, well let's talk about so Ebony. I do believe that you are an attractive woman. Would you agree or disagree with me? If um
I would agree.
how long? Like so let's say she's definitely a beautiful female, absolutely. But the point I'm making is this, right? Like, all right, let's say if you lose 15 or 10 or 20 pounds, don't you think that you would then become more attractive to the majority of men or vice versa, right? Like if I'm a man and I'm sloppy, I'm out of shape, I'm fat, right? The reality of it is it's going to be a certain type of woman that is not going to want to deal with me because of that. But if I get in shape, my muscles is popping, I'm keeping a good hairline and I'm presentable, then you know what I'm saying? I'll be able to get or attract more women. So it's the same thing, right? I mean, you can still find you a good man now, but if you lose that 15, 20 pounds, you're gonna be more marketable.
Stack, it's gonna be way more than 15 or 20, but that's cute though. That's cute.
what?
Well,
I have a
Ebony,
So
question
to
Ebony,
about
make it
that.
Ebony, I just wanted to say, I think with women that make a higher bracket, because you're definitely a beautiful woman, and I think we look at like the celebrities all the time. I work with attorneys. Their women are average looking women at best. But it's under like, but they have an aura, and I'm not saying you don't. They have a personality and an aura that you just need to be around them, and that's how they attracted their husbands. I think it's where you also need to ingratiate yourself in order to attract that spouse, because those men make figures and they adore their wives, and their wives are average looking women, but their aura and their personality, you just can't help to be attracted to them, and you see why their husbands are with them, like you see why they got married when you talk to them. The most beautiful people. Just hopefully that helps.
I think it's important to
Yeah,
also.
y'all being mad.
Sorry, Farmer. Farmer, go ahead.
Yeah, y'all being mad nice with it. Yeah, once you start dealing with a certain type of man, like he's going to all types of meetings and galas and stuff. Yeah, like when he brings the big back, it's a level of confidence that he
Is he in
don't
the
get
Matrix or is
walking
it
into
me?
those
Yo,
rooms and
yo,
Yeah,
you don't
you're
got a
in the
piece next to
matrix,
him.
yo,
farmer.
Farmer, you in the Matrix a little bit, my bro. Come back a little bit.
Y'all can hear me now.
Let me hear you. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, that man that's upper echelon, he's going to all types of meetings, galas, all this. Like, yeah, his woman being in shape. Yeah, that matters. That helps. That's part of the confidence that you talking about. Like they average, but they not big back. Like yeah, like they got a little punch, but they not walking around with an extra 100. You know,
No,
they
that's
going to
true.
Whole Foods. They going to Whole Foods. They eating very healthy, and they don't gotta work out as much because look at how they eat, and also it's a reflection of the man that's standing next to them. Like he's all big and burly, and you big and burly too. It's not
No,
a
farmer,
good
that
look.
is true. That is true. I think, Ebony, if you shed a couple of pounds or whatever you need to shed, um, the attraction, your physical attraction is what's going to attract the man, but your personality is what's going to keep him.
So yeah, so I only brought that up to say that people say they within your tax bracket, but it's more than that. So that's all I was saying.
Can I speak next? Oh, can I speak next?
Yeah, bro, go ahead, jump in. We in popcorn style right now. Make sure y'all ping the room out and share the room out. Anybody can jump in. Just respect the next speaker that's coming in. Should men or women date within their tax bracket? Let's continue. Let's go.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think people pick dating people based on tax bracket. Um, I'm gonna speak for myself, but I mean, I live in a first world country. I got everything I need already. So I don't really need more. So I wouldn't pick someone to date based on their tax bracket. I'm just gonna be completely honest. It would be for something else, but it wouldn't be for tax bracket purposes.
Well, women cannot date within like based on their tax bracket because that means that she would have to be choosing based on what she provides financially. And typically, if she's anyway hypergamous in any form or fashion, that's just going to destroy that whole nuclear concept if she wants a family under that structure. Right, so that a woman's tax bracket has to be removed. She has to date within her legacy potential, and that's more so what she can morally and socially bring to a family. Right, because the man that has the type of lifestyle that she might want for her family is only one that going to consider her based on what quality she has to provide outside of her beauty. That's why the sister probably is hearing like she can't date a man in her tax bracket. It's not that she can't; it's that whether you make 50,000 or 200,000, it really don't matter. Because when women start making more money, they hypergamy max themselves. That hypergamy maxing is a real thing because it brings on a masculine concept to women where they don't want to provide the masculine resources, meaning that they when they start making more money, they are now in a position to provide for people in the way that men provide, and they don't want that, meaning that even if she making 100K, she now wants a man that makes 175 to 200K. And we understand that the psychology and behavior of men that are in that tax bracket don't necessarily need or want a woman that's making 100K because of how she thinks or what she requires. A man that's making 200 and above, he wants a woman that's going to fall in line, got time that her time frame is moldable to his desires, and not necessarily got to focus outside of his family. So now what we find is when women start making above 110, closer to 100 and 125 especially, they're struggling because they realize that they got to deal with men that it's best for them to deal with men that make less than them. And when you start dealing with women who really start making money, three and above, those women completely understand that they'd rather find a brother that's good to them at 70, 80K than to be stressed out trying to find a millionaire because she been getting cracked by dudes that's not trying to do nothing with her except crack for long enough. And that's the dark side of hypergamy maxing. So women cannot date with and they can't that can't be their baseline. They have to date off morality and character.
Wow. Listen. let's continue this. Mara, thank you for getting on the stage. Elegant, Rob, Cowboy, Farmers here. YB, thank you for pulling up. Cat, welcome back. Should women and men date within their tax bracket? Y'all better attack this
Women should
topic.
date within
Let's
their
get it.
daddy's tax
Oh
bracket,
shit!
sir.
Hold on, Cat. Why you say that? Hold up. Let's
Because
go.
my daddy afforded my lifestyle. So if he comes and gets me at my door, he needs to be able to afford my daddy, what my dad was able to afford for me. So um
Yep.
date within your father's tax bracket, okay? So if daddy had nothing to give you, or if you ain't got no daddy, stay single.
Yeah, Stack. I hate to agree with that point, but she's actually telling the truth. Like women in college that I've even dated, knowing like they typically just date within what their dad was able to provide. Like they'll eventually get to that place, but they're not looking for any guy to just kind of like go into that point.
YB, I
Like,
was dead ass. I was
no,
dead
I know,
serious
no, it's a
about
fact.
that.
No, it's a
Okay.
fact. Oh, I know. Like sorority girls that I've known in college, all of it. This is what they do. They're not if they're not gonna do it at all. Like if the person's in college and they're going to school for engineering, like she's not gonna downplay them, but they're gonna nitpick at all of those things. Like the women that I knew that did this, they wouldn't date somebody who was just working just anywhere. When they were in college, they looked at careers. What's your career path? It's not this. Okay, I know you can only do so much. They move around. It's a little different once you're out of school, but
Mm,
in the beginning while they're in college, yeah, they're looking at all that.
YB, I agree with you. Who's coming in next? Rob, go ahead. Come in next, man, before we go in on this next topic. Because I want y'all to think about this one, too. Go ahead, Rob. Tax bracket, man. Are they dating within their tax bracket? Let's talk about it.
No, base it on the lifestyle that you're living. Because just because a person makes a certain amount of money doesn't mean you have common lifestyles and like each other and actually care about each other. I mean, tax bracket, what somebody makes initially should not, like for me, for instance, I'm not asking women how much they make, and I'm not telling them how much they make when we first get to know each other. We're finding out whether there's physical attraction, whether there's common interest, and whether we have chemistry and a connection. Because without those things, it doesn't matter how much money you weigh. It doesn't matter what kind of house you have or I have, because we're not going to be together. Because people, and I get it now, especially now that we're about to hit some really tough times with this new bill that's been the big beautiful bill that's being pushed out that's going to impact a ton of us now. These whole money conversations are about to become null and void. People are going to be coming together now just because they need help. So tax bracket, good luck with that. How about even having a job to be able to pay taxes in the first place? And I'm done.
We see. I hope
Ooh-wee.
these things
Go ahead,
actually
Kyle.
help. I hope not to take it off too far, but I do hope those things actually start to help the black community with people start coming together and marrying and get off the he got to be making this, he got to be paying 100%. This my money is my money and his money is our money. Like hopefully we can get off that wave and say you know what we gonna come together, we're gonna build together. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna help each other out. You know, hopefully if we get to that standpoint, then I feel that's realistic, and I feel then we will start seeing the black community progress. Because I just think too many of our people want to live this superficial lifestyle. You know.
It's the
Yeah,
internet,
but the
bro.
pro-
It's
but
the,
the
it's the
problem is
internet,
this.
YB. You know what I mean? Wait, hold on, YB. It's the internet, bro. They're looking at what's online, trying to live this unrealistic shit, bro. Live within your means, man. Wait till you get there. Everybody gonna get there. You just gotta be patient, man. Everybody gotta live within their means, man. YB, over to you, man. Who else wanna come in? Let's
Yeah,
go.
so I'll say this. A lot of people want to start too late. Like if you start early trying to find what you're looking for, if you know what you want, then try to find that early. Like stop wasting your time trying to, I have to have this amount of money now before I can get to that place. Because once you get to that money, you're not going to want it anymore. You're not going to see the need for it at all because now it's going to be difficult for you to find out, does this person actually really like me, or they just here for, what I can provide, right? A woman you find early, right? If you're not being able to pay as much for things, they'll be fine if you lost it all and you had to do it all over again. But the person where they saw how much money you had, they're gonna leave as soon as things get rocky. So it all depends on what you're really looking for. So it works either way.
I agree, YB. Listen, I know I changed the topic real quick. I did that. I know y'all was still chiming in. Elegant, Ready, thanks for coming on the stage. Mara, Rob, thanks everybody for being here. Ebony, Nikki, Lawrence, Senora, Kat, my IRL sisters, right? Make sure you guys join the Gender Wars Telegram too. So that way when I go live, you guys will be notified ASAP, right? But are men and women trading romance for clout in 2025? I see people don't care about love anymore. Maybe they just care about the person's status or who they are in the world. And they don't really care about the romance as long as they get to where they need to go or feel validated by that person. Or maybe they want to get to the next level in another door. But I want to talk about this new topic. If you guys still want to talk about that one, it's cool. You can chime in here and there on that. But for Sean, I want to talk about this one, man. Are women and men trading romance for clout? Are they just forgetting about the romance and just going straight for the person that's maybe successful or can show them a different lifestyle or a different way of thinking? Over to you, man. Let's continue.
Yeah,
What's up?
take man emoji up out of there. Yes, women. Yes, women they trade in romance for clout, absolutely, and but they still want to be romanced. We got to remember, women are not romantic. They like to be romanced. Only men are romantic. So and women want to be romanced by everybody. Women want anniversary style dates on the first date. These boys be tricked out their mind. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. She want every time, and unfortunately, she's so not smart. These sisters think dinner is a date. They don't even know what it's like to be taken out for an experience for the day, cause she like take me to the most expensive restaurant possible, so she can brag to her girls in the girl chat and get content for social media that attaches to the first room. Absolutely, they trading it for clout. Not even liking this man. That's why you never. All you see is hands in a picture, or it's always somebody taking a picture from across the table. That's most definitely not romantic. Anybody in here with some ism or ever been loved on, you know that it's not romantic to sit all the way across the table from somebody. You sit next to somebody when you go if you go on a dinner if it's romantic, but these sisters don't know what romance is. They know how to get a trick to drop a bag and then get dropped off to their
Oh,
pipe in their house. They know how to have a trick drop her off at her pipe layer house. The dude that's winning ain't never took her on a date, but he been cracking. And then Joseph gonna take her to Roof Chris or Towel. He gonna get a hug.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, neither one of them are winning. Real talk, for
That's a
Sean.
fact.
I mean, the dude that's cracking, he's just getting some sex. You ain't building shit. You might get a couple of STDs, but you ain't building nothing. And the woman, you spending time with a guy so you can get some content for social media and say you went to Tao. Tao ain't, excuse my language, Tao ain't shit. Tao was nothing.
You
Ruth
you can't
Chris,
you can't tell these girls that
hey,
love
every,
for
you.
Sean. Hey, for Sean.
every, go ahead,
Lawrence,
go ahead,
Cat
Stat.
wants to know what's cracking. Can y'all break that down to my sister Cat, please? What's
What
cracking?
she
No,
say
I'm
was,
good.
Oh,
They
you
said it in the
good?
chat.
Okay, okay, they said it
I
already.
have a
All
quick
right,
question.
all right,
I'm
go ahead,
and
sorry.
Cat.
then on top of that, Ruth Chris and every hood rat drug dealer is going to freaking Ruth.
that but,
Who the
but
hell
that's all
taking
they know.
somebody to Ruth
Yo,
Chris?
Lawrence,
That's all
after
they
you
know,
squeeze
Lord.
Cat in there too,
And
because Cat got a
the
question
food
for
is
us, Lawrence.
garbage.
Yo, Lawrence,
Yeah.
Cat got a question. You heard?
Oh, go ahead, go
She
ahead.
got a question too. Yep, real quick. Go ahead, Cat.
Well, real quick, before I ask my question, see to what Lawrence just said, I think it's to each their own because the title before was the tax bracket title, right? And I think for some people, certain restaurants are what fits in their tax bracket. And some people just don't have a good palate. What they eat is what tastes good for them. But that's beside the point. The
Yo,
title
that's a
says
fact.
the title says trading for clout. What the hell
Mm-hmm.
does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is trading for clout? What romance are you trading for clout? I'm just trying to understand what that means before I can have an intelligent conversation with y'all.
So, Kat, I've seen some situations where people, want to date people and they fake the romance. They fake the love. They fake all this stuff because maybe this person has a status in their life. And they will go get with this person just because they want to feel validated, maybe get through some doors, and they don't really care about the person or romancing on the person. They just care about what they can do for them. So that's why I proposed this topic and I said, are women or men trading romance for clout, maybe for situation, status, in
Okay.
for so
I
that's
want
that.
to dig a little more.
Okay.
So in reality, 2025, regular average people, what kind of clout do they bring? Like there's like I I understand when I'm looking at the people on social media, like these influencers and those type of people. Okay, great. You divorce a guy to date somebody else to show the guy that you've moved on. But when I look at reality, everybody, the normal people, the day-to-day average Joes and Janes that wake up, that go work or take care of their business and make either no money or comfortable money or good money. What the hell does that mean?
Well, it really, to be in my opinion, right? This is just my opinion, but I think it depends on what that female is interested in. Like for just a small example, right? Like there's women who uh, pry on military men for whatever reason. They have a fascination and an obsession with being with somebody who's in the military. Maybe it's financial, maybe it's the status or whatever it is, right? Like they just love men that are in the military and they, you know what I'm saying? Like they pretty much pry on men who are in the military. Like that's just what they're into. Then you have women who love men who drive nice cars, right? Like as soon as they figure out he has a Hellcat, like she's taking all her clothes off. You know what I'm saying? Then you have women that wait at the truck stop for truckers. They love truckers, right? So, and those are just like real world small examples of women just really chasing men for status. Like that's a very real thing that women do.
Okay.
Listen, if you guys are just now joining, ping the room up and share the room up. Who's jumping in next? I got a lot of people on the stage.
I'll jump in next, boo.
Elegant, please. Are they trading this? Are they trading romance for this stuff? Are they like forget this
Maybe
and then just like
maybe online, but as Kat just said, regular people not doing all this drama. They simply not. They're not. I come in these rooms because I'm fascinated as an older woman to see what the young folks talking about, and I can't relate it. I don't know why y'all invited my old age, old ass on this stage. No way. I just want to sit back and listen to know what you guys are thinking. Cause y'all be, is it really like this in the dating field for the younger generation? Like seriously.
Yes.
Mara, talk about it after her.
I wish I could give all of y'all a group hug. Like come to Mama Elegant so I can give y'all babies a hug. Cause this shit is rough. I thought every woman wanted some romance. I mean, I'm a romantic. I mean, shit.
You not romantic,
What
elegant.
you been fucking with me for the past 2 days, Fashawn? What's up? Leave me alone. You got
You
all
not
your women. You
because
got a
you
harem
a
and shit.
woman. You
Leave
not
me. Leave my
romantic.
old ass alone.
God is good. You a woman. You not romantic. You like romance. It's
Yo,
very
for Sean,
different.
she's definitely not romantic. She's the one that says she want to sleep in different
And dude, you
rooms
still
and
mad
all
about
types
that?
of
That was
shit.
Yo,
5 months ago.
I'm
What's
not
wrong with
mad.
you?
yo,
Why
I'll
you
just be
bringing
yo.
listening
it
to
up?
you.
This
You're
is so
not
You
funny.
brought it
romantic. Just keep it a
up.
No,
stack.
elegant.
He
You
brought
Keep
this
it
up. I
a
said
100.
that 5 months ago, you guys, and he brought that up.
and
Lord
you
have
cause
mercy.
cause you still mean it. No, elegant. You
Being
You
elegant,
want to
that's
be
crazy.
romance. You're not romantic. To be romantic, it means you have to do the thing.
And
Men
what's
are
made
romantic.
men romantic?
And to answer your question, I'm
What makes men romantic?
you
I'm
say what?
curious.
The the thing giving you the things you want that you consider romantic. That's what makes a man romantic. Men do things to make you feel good. Little boys are raised to cater to women's feelings and needs. That's romantic. Women are not. Women don't wake up and think about all the things they can do to make men feel good. That's romantic. That's not who you are.
So a home cooked meal and a nice massage is not romantic.
It can be, but that's also like very that's like me saying
That's bare minimum.
that's
So
like
what do
saying
men? How do
hold
men
on,
want to be
Elegant, you
romanced?
can't hear me if you talking, sister. That's like a man saying, oh, flowers once a week for the rest of your life ain't romantic. It's like, yeah, I mean, it can't. Flowers is romantic, but if that's just like that's all you doing, like I pay the bills and I bring your flowers on Friday. It's like that's the issue with women. Women really feel like just because they do some things that kind of come with the thing, they're romantic. That's the equivalent of you saying paying the bills as a man saying I pay the bills. Ain't that romantic?
So getting a nice massage with some oil bought by your wife or girlfriend that she know you like is not considered romantic.
It's a part of it, but if that's the only thing that you're doing, and also that gets to decide what's romantic. Like you might hate flowers. Just because I bought you flowers don't mean that I'm romantic. And again, romance is not one thing. Listen to how women complain. Women complain about dudes doing the same old thing. Y'all need new stuff all the time. Y'all are chaotic.
You've never heard me complain about my
No,
man on
no,
this
no.
app.
I'm just talking about
Elegant.
your.
You
I'm
just
talking
have
about
to.
women though. I'm talking about women in general because you might actually be a romantic. I don't know, but I'm saying when I say you, I mean women. And
Okay,
there are
and
Elegant.
some
I
You have
women,
to.
apologize.
and there are some women that are extremely romantic, but as a whole, they are not. I know some women that are romantic. Those are the type of women I like, but that's probably 2% of women in any population.
Elegant. You have to. It can't only be from one person's lens. It could only be from the person that the man that you're serving. Um,
Hmm.
because what can be romantic to one man or what one man could find that, oh, she goes above and beyond, she always cares for me outside of just nurture, the regular nurture and love. It's different for every man. The same way you can say, you know what, I'm going to give my man a facial, I'm going to give him a pedicure, wash his feet. One man might be like, no, I'm expecting this. And another man might be like, dang, I've never had that. This is
That's a fact. I
special
can
to
go get
me.
that from Ling Ling.
Yeah. Well, it's different when you get it from Ling Ling than when you get it from your girl. And whatever happens, happens. And however the night ends, it ends. You get what I mean? Like
But for the
whatever
right
is
tip,
done
Ling Ling will do it the
there.
same way.
Well,
That's the
listen,
thing.
if Ling
I
Ling
think
makes you happy, farmer, then go see Ling Ling
No,
if
I'm
she
just
gives you the
joking. I'm
right
just joking.
result.
I'm just joking.
I'm talking about in a relationship concept, right? Ling Ling is going back to her
All right,
man.
y'all gotta stop. I'm getting triggered when y'all say that name.
It's okay. It's okay because her name is not Ling Ling, so don't get
That's
triggered.
true.
Okay. But elegant, I just think that I've heard that before. I've heard a lot of men say, "Oh, well, that's not romantic. That's the bare minimum." And I've heard men say, well, you know what? My wife does XYZ. And for me, I find it romantic. And it's not just in the way she does it, it's also the effort, because that's also what romance is part of, is the effort that is put in it. Um, you Ubering flowers, not picking them, might not be romantic to a woman, but it might be romantic to another woman. You get what I mean? So, and that's the same thing for men. So, if a man says, "Hey, like a good home cooked meal, the table all dressed up, you looking all sexy in this beautiful dress that he likes," might not be romantic to him. But for other men, they might be like, "Listen, when she does that, that shit's the most romantic thing for me."
I think it's
I agree with you
important to
totally.
understand that, like, people look for cookie cutter solutions, right, for relationships, when the real romance is in mastering your partner, becoming a student of that person and doing all the things they like, don't not doing any of the things they don't like, going above and beyond every day, trying to figure out new ways to make that person feel good. So, like, it's in the effort of trying to do that for the person you're with, that romance is in your desire to master them.
That's a fact. I like to master all my ladies. God is good. But for Sean, you never answered my question. I said, what is considered romantic to you Oh, to me, specifically? man, it's so many things. Like it's just really her attention and desire of like just pleasing me, doing what I say is romantic. When I say it, being creative, coming just and I know I speak for a lot of men when I say this. Doing some when she do something that she thought that I would like, even if she don't know, but her just being considerate and being like, I think he would like this. I want him to have this thing or this experience. That's romantic to me. Prioritizing me, doing stuff on my behalf with me being considered. All of that. I mean, but I can write a book on all the things I find romantic. Just being into me. Everything, answering the phone call, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Texting me first, dreaming, telling me what you dreamed about, dreaming about me. Telling your friends about me. Let me know I made it into the group chat. Head is my favorite thing in the world. It's never a bad time for head. Me never having to ask for head. That's romantic. Knowing washing my feet. Now I don't like feet, but man, I remember when the first woman I had just told I was at my desk and she came in the studio and just like lift your feet up and it was like the foot bucket massager thing. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was doing my work and did the thing and she came back 30 minutes later like, all right, take your feet out. And she gave me a whole, pedicure and I say, oh yeah, service. I That was a service I didn't even know I needed. She upgraded, you know. Um, yeah, it's a lot of things that's romantic. And men are simple. We super simple. A woman can never spend no money on a man, but she can be super romantic. You know.
That's a fact.
Y'all mind if I get in there real quick?
Go ahead, Jody. Go in. I
Yeah.
think Mara wanted to come in too, but yeah, let's continue this conversation.
I
Are men
appreciate it.
and women trading romance for clout? Let's go.
Oh, my bad. I'll be short anyway. So for the next brother who wanted to follow up, man, Fashawn kind of stole what I was going to say toward the end. Man, I'm simple, man. I mean, he kind of hit the nail on the head. A woman being romantic for me is just being thoughtful, man. Not doing and saying a bunch of shit to emasculate me. You know what I mean? That's big. You know what I mean? Not saying and doing things that make herself seem more important than me. Not a, you know what I mean? Boxing me in is if I'm just there to cater to her and that's it. There's no reciprocity. There's no venture to uh, repay the kindness. It's all about her taking. That's definitely not romantic. I don't want. That's why I find myself a little bit less interested in American women. No shade. I find myself these days like the girl I'm seeing now. She's Afro Latina, Boricua, very romantic. Checks on me throughout the day. Hi, how's your work day going? She's already talking about. We only been seeing each other about 2-3 weeks, but I mean, just man, just one of the sweetest, just man, just naturally romantic women I've met in a long time. And I find that in the Western culture, romance in itself is very archaic. It's all about just receiving and not taking, and that's kind of not even gender. That's both sides, men and women in the Western world are like that, man. To find true romance, you almost have to go across seas to countries like Italy, France, the Latin community, certain parts of the Caribbean. Romance is still it's still very popular in value, but not so much in America, man. And it's kind of sad. in America culture, and this is men and women, man. It's just as all about taking, and it set us back as a community.
Yeah, Jody, you kind of hit it on the nail because I was gonna say I'm right there, but I can't even say I'm young anymore. I'm about to be 30 in like 8 days. So my generation,
Cancer
though,
gang.
yeah, there we go. I'm noticing though with those my age or younger, we like grew up with the internet and social media, like that was just our thing. And what I've noticed with particularly the women, I don't really pay too much attention to the guys because most of the time they're paying for the dates. um the women though are opting to go out and date these men, not because, oh, he treats me well or he's a nice person. It's, I want to be able to have nice photo opportunity. I want to be able to get some content from my YouTube channel. I want this person to make me look good. Like I need to change up my reputation. So if I go out with this guy, he's going to make my reputation a little better. This is what I'm seeing, what I'm observing. I observe a lot. So I definitely think that in 2025 people are dating more so. Now I wouldn't say all. Maybe the younger crowd are definitely dating more so for clout versus romance because I don't hear a lot about how does this person treat you and how do they make you feel.
So you
That's a
feel so
fact.
you feel like it's meaningless, like just the connections just like don't mean
Yeah,
anything.
they just
They're
they
just
just be
trash.
chilling.
Come on, Mara, let me get
They
that.
just be
Come on.
chilling and like, yeah, let's just have a good hour and a half with each other and we not gonna add no substance to it. Nothing at all. Let's just take a bunch of pictures and let's just vibe.
And they looking for sponsors. That they need that content. They need sponsorship. This dinner sponsored by Delvin. Delvin not gonna go. I just seen my brother come on stage, but this
Not
this
happening.
this dinner sponsored by Fashawn. You know, nail sponsored by Stack.
Do you think this has to
Crazy
do with
word.
the level of promiscuity and the inability to pair bond? I'm just curious what people think of that.
I think it's got to do with being broke. Like I always say, women never identify as broke. They're just dating the wrong guy.
Yeah. Women never call women broke.
Yo, I noticed that for sure. And I don't think they do. No, they do. Layla, is that true? What's going on?
I mean, I've had less money than I have now, right? And I've never
She didn't say broke.
No, no, no. I mean, I'm not like I was
The
a
jokes
single
write
I was a single
themselves.
mom. So like I was at an income level that like was not attractive. But I worked my way up, and even in my times when I didn't have money, like I've never ever entertained a man for the purpose of money. Never. I
No,
would
no,
never go
Layla,
I
out with a
mean,
guy I didn't like or ask him to buy me dinner or let him buy me dinner if I didn't like him. I just don't understand that
I
no,
mean,
concept.
the New York Times did a
mashallah.
study a few years ago, for Sean. You remember that about it was over half, maybe 67% of women said they've gone out with guys they didn't like just for the food.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've
The
never
study,
done
the
that.
study was really high. Mashallah, Layla. It's we know you're not that type of woman. God is good, right? But what was funny was the fact that we talking about how women never call themselves or other women broke,
And then
and
I
then you
just said
said,
that. No, I
and then
I
you
got
said
the
you've had
joke. I
less
just
money than
am
I've had.
I'm
Yes,
apprehensive
hey,
money is
about
crazy.
talking about how much money I make
hey,
on
hey,
this
Stack,
app.
you ever
That's
been
all.
broke? Delvin, you
I
ever
mean,
been
I've
broke?
definitely
I've
been
been broke
broke
before.
by y'all
We
standards.
men,
Yeah,
men
bro.
have no
Of
problem
course.
saying that we've been
Of
broke
course, bro.
before. And you just told us a whole story, and it was less money than I have now. I've not made
Running
as
us around
much,
the
but it
bush
was.
for Sean, right? Running something
Well,
up the block.
if you spend enough time on this app talking to me, right? Like I'm very apprehensive about sharing specific financial information, so I just don't ever generally do that.
Oh yeah, no, we don't need your tax return. We were just making a
Oh,
point. That's
okay.
all.
So
It's all
no,
good.
you're right. I definitely been broke. Definitely.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of women don't even know if they like that dude by the second or third date because a lot of women aren't going out with dudes they like per se. They're going out with dudes who ask them. So if you ask me, hey, you free
That's a
Saturday,
difference.
and I go out, I may not even like you at that point. And I plenty of women we will wait it out to say, oh, maybe I like him by the third date or you know,
Is that Ebony?
yeah.
Ebony. You know what the beautiful thing about women is that y'all know if y'all have a sexual attraction to a man immediately. So when y'all get by the end of the second date, if you ain't attracted to him, you not gonna be attracted to him. And what you just described is a woman doing the girl math on how long does she think it's gonna take for her to tolerate him, or how long can she tolerate him, hoping that he'll do something to make her care a little bit to tolerate him longer. And Delvin and I speak about this at length regularly. That's a horrible place to be for a man, is to be tolerated. And
Do you
if a
think that's
woman
the
is going on a
majority?
date, you say,
Do
huh?
you think that's I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying, but do you think like that? I mean, I think it takes a little bit of time to know whether you like somebody. Like, I don't know. You think
Fashawn
people
was
are
saying
really
this
doing
yesterday,
that by
Layla, about the
majority?
dude being tolerated. Remember when Trill came in? Fashawn was like, "Man, he's on the heavier side."
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. He
like,
Oh
he he,
yeah,
he was tolerating.
yeah, bro, you feel
Yeah,
me?
like
Tolerating that shit.
and tolerating Layla. The issue is that you, because you're a wholesome woman, you're thinking about like the deep side of like liking, like you're thinking about having the strong emotions. I'm talking about base. You don't get to a woman don't get to strong emotions for a man without sexual attraction. And if a woman is going on dates with a man and she don't find him sexually desirable, she's tolerating him already because the dates is cool. He's a nice guy. Maybe she been getting cracked by dudes that she's sexually attracted to for so long, but she's not gotten the romance that she want. She like, let me deal with one of these dudes that I'm not sexually attracted to so I can get the experience that I want. And then that's what women end up doing 10 years down the line, 10, 15 years. They get to 30 and like, man, I've been getting cracked for 10, 15 years and now let me try something different. That's when we're like, oh, I got a type, but maybe I need to date outside my type. Man, that's a horrible place for both parties to be in, because then that woman end up resenting him for not being the man that she really want, and he end up getting treated bad, even though he busting his butt trying to impress her.
yeah. For me, physical attraction doesn't come without deeper connection. So like, I don't. It's just weird. I just think it's weird.
And it's worse than that for Sean. I mean, have you ever heard a man say about his wife, you know what, man? When we first met, she wasn't
She
my type, but
he
she
ain't
grew
never
on
said
me.
that. The man ain't never said she grew on me. Stat.
You hear women say that about the man that they are married to and have bared his children
Kid,
all the time.
kids.
Yeah. When I first met him, he was, kind of dorky or kind of chubby or whatever. But he grew on me. I would be terrified. I'm out. I'm tapping out. I'm leaving the
Hey,
relationship.
Delvin, my ladies let me know every day, in person, through text, through written letters, videos, FaceTime, that they find me highly attractive, without no warning. They are, you so fine, hey handsome. They never talk about he was my type. Hey, look, I
And
might not be your type, baby, but the women that like me for real.
and look, this will get back to what we talk about. Like, arousal is not negotiable. Because if you've ever been around women and they're being honest, when they're amongst themselves and they walk and a guy walks into a room, what do they say? He can get it. They know immediately who the he can get it guy is. That's not negotiable.
So, Mr. Devil, can I ask you a question based on
Yes,
that?
sir.
And this kind of goes back to what the young lady said. I kind of agree, but I disagree too. She said it takes time to know if you really like somebody. I disagree with that more, because most people at our big grown age, we know kind of right off the bat, okay, physically we're attracted to that person off bat. But I know me. I know after the first phone conversation, if the, you know what I mean? If you have a heightened self awareness, and and you're a good listener, if you really like this person. Now, it takes time to build that love to be in a long term relationship, but it after one or two, maybe two phone conversations, if you feeling this person.
Yeah, and
And
I agree with that. And I think it's two separate things. I mean, I don't think it takes any time to know if I find this person sexually attractive or sexually arousing. That part, I think you can't negotiate and you can know immediately. Now, are they a moron or can they say something stupid? That may take a little time. I've said this before. You can never talk your way into a woman's bed, but you can definitely talk your way out.
that's a fact. Layla, do you know what a demisexual is? Stack, you know what a demisexual
Yeah,
is?
that's me.
Yeah, so I was saying
Yeah.
that Layla might be a demisexual. Very rare personality type.
Yeah, it takes like I'm not gonna say like if I talk to someone for long enough, like I'll know if I want to continue talking to them. Like, cause I can tell by personality traits, like, oh, this is a person I'd like to get to know a little more. But like all that, like seeing somebody on the street and oh, he can get it and stuff like that, my brain doesn't even work that way.
Yeah, demisexuals don't think about sex until they've built a friendly bond, like they find them intellectually stimulating.
If I could say it real quick too, and good afternoon, everybody. I think, that immediate physical attraction, I've experienced that in my life, like sight on scene, let's go. But then I also think too that there's a layer to it to where even if that doesn't exist at first, the cologne or perfume of success on somebody is a lot more subtle. And once you get that and you realize, because I can look at somebody and they look fine, they could be broke. Y'all was just saying that. But when you find out that a person is very successful, it does heighten them in your eyes. Like I was at the ATM and a girl was in front of me and I wasn't paying her no mind. I'm on my phone. But when she walked past to leave, her perfume was so amazing. I looked, I said, I said, hey, what you wearing? And even looking at her in the face, I probably wouldn't have approached her. She was decent looking, but but the perfume just I was like, yo, wow. So it's like that initial thing might not do it, but I still think that once they find out, oh, you do this for a living. Okay, you a lawyer. Oh, you're a doctor. Oh, okay. That there can heighten somebody in your eyes that might not have. Now, if they got the physical and that, then hey, you might be going to the altar with them. But I'm just saying it still can heighten it because I've seen it happen where oh, he all right, he cool. Oh, he does that, or she cool, but okay, I didn't know that, and
Yeah,
that is
I
another layer
hate
of
that.
it.
I hate that. I look until otherwise informed. I'm down bad and on the come up to every woman I'm dealing with until it's exposed to it. I'm not, like Stack. I experienced this situation recently. I got this young little thing. Delvin know what she looked like. I got this young little thing. She a Uber driver. She just moved up here from Florida, recently divorced. I didn't know she was fine as hell when I got in the car, but I did my typical flirt and be funny thing because we was in the car for 7 minutes. I was going to the doctor's appointment, but she picked me up from the crib, and she was. I did my usual thing, so we started kicking it. But I didn't like when I realized how fine she was. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to pursue her because she know what type of she came to the house. And like if you see somebody like car or house or meet them under certain pretenses to what brother is saying, they could be like, yeah, even if she think I'm cute, she looking at the size of the crib now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't like that. I'm poor, baby girl. I live in a box under a bridge. Like, do you still think I'm cute? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to be influenced by thinking that I got a certain lifestyle that you can benefit from.
No,
So
me
now,
and my
so
older
now
brother,
I'm
we got a name
cuter.
for that. We got a name for that. Like we call ourselves, I'm a ooh wee nigga. Like when you start hearing shit about me or what I got, what I do, what they supposed to say, ooh wee. We call that you a ooh wee nigga. Like I'm a ooh wee nigga. Like you start hearing shit about me, you gonna be like ooh wee, okay, ooh. She thought I was cute. Well, then she did. She heard about this. She seen this. She seen that. And that we call it being a ooh wee nigga. You just a ooh wee nigga. That's
What
all.
y'all think about with that, ladies? What y'all think about y'all be seeing ooh wees? Y'all be ooh
When you a ooh wee nigga, they be ooh weeing. When you like,
That's a fact.
Not the ladies that got quiet. Mara, you be ooh in?
No, not at all.
I
Mm-mm.
think I think I
Not my
think you
kind
did
of
ooh
style.
weed a couple times.
No.
So he
And look,
so it so
and Bashan,
so
look,
so now
I
she
know
trying to
mo
say she can't be impressed, Dillman.
right, and I know most women. There are things like this, like they're just not gonna admit in public, like if they met like their celebrity crush or whoever their man crush Monday is, they're gonna be real nonchalant and dismissive. I get that. It's not gonna be, copped to in public. I just made peace with that a long time ago.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm definitely not no unique individual, right? But I'm not a fangirl. I see someone who's attractive, and instead of saying ooh wee, I might just say, "Hey, you look nice today," or "Your scent smells good." I'm not doing no ooh wee.
I
I'm
mean, but
not
that's what
fangirling.
no, I mean you shooting your shot. That's upper level ooh wee. Cause most women will say ooh wee in private, but never say give a man a compliment.
Never that.
Never. Mara, who your celebrity crush is?
I don't have one. I really don't. I've
She
never
must.
had one.
But you believe it, Delvin? Because she must have been in the room yesterday when I said I don't mess with
Hey,
women
hey
with
Fashawn,
celebrity
she
crushes.
different for real, bro.
Yeah, she might be different. She might be different for real. She said she shooting shots and she ain't got no celebrity crush. Hey, somebody better hop on that, man, because that's you can't pay for that, are you?
Hey, for sure.
Because all
Just
these
ask.
niggas
Most
got
of the
some.
women I know who shot their shot, they're married to that guy to this day.
That's a factimony. Got
I just
exactly what they want.
I think to myself, like, these people are not worried about us. And I call myself the little people down here. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not in the limelight. They not worried about me, so why am I worried about them? Like, I never understood. I don't want nobody that don't want me. So yeah.
So
Let's
you're
say they
not so
do
you're
want
not
you.
going if Chris Brown say you can get one of them pictures for free.
What'd you
I
say?
don't believe a woman ain't
You're
celebrity
not
crush.
going if Chris Brown say you can get one of them pictures for free.
No, no thanks.
I think everybody got a celebrity crush, cause celebrities are just they just a type, right? And if somebody broke or regular, that's the same type of person. So I believe people see a
That's a
celebrity,
good point.
No,
yeah,
no.
cause
The the, the
they not
reason
nobody. They just a type of person.
no,
You know what I'm saying? So
it's a difference between a crush and somebody you're attracted to. I think all the women I like see celebrities that they attracted to, just like they see regular men that they attracted to. It's the crushes that I'm concerned about because a crush is women have crushes on men that are nobodies, right? And they willing to go. That's why women are going. So when a woman has a crush on a man that has power and celebrity, women are moved by celebrity, brother. They move by structure. They were moved by they're moved by hierarchy. So you take a man that she's sexually attracted to, and on the world stage, she going, dog. I
yeah,
didn't see him go too
yeah,
many
they going.
times.
What I'm saying, like, what's the chance of her getting that dude, just cause okay now if she seen him and she was backstage or whatever, yeah, if he was interested, yes, they'll be going unless they got somebody and they faithful and loyal or whatever. But I don't see that as an issue. Like I'm not threatened by that.
Yeah, I mean, I live a lifestyle where I'm around celebrities quite a bit, and if a woman will go for a celebrity, she'll go for a dude that's above you. I mean, you think women don't cheat down, men do.
No,
Men,
but just cause
a,
she
a,
got
man,
a
a man,
crush,
a man to have a girl that's a 7'8", that's fantastic, and he'll cheat with her on the girl with a girl that's a 5'6", right? Women, if they cheat, when they cheating with a dude that's above their husband,
but
sexually or
a crush is
financially.
just an attraction, right? It's just an attraction and an infatuation. Just cause she attracted to a celebrity, don't mean she would fuck him if she in a committed
Oh
relationship.
yeah, I don't know if you understand women, brother.
Because everybody ain't.
I, I,
It's about
I don't know.
value,
I don't know if
moral
you
principle.
understand women, brother.
No, some women have value, like they have
Yeah,
principles.
some, but
All
some is
women
like 3 to 4%. Not nowhere near the majority.
ain't like that's. But I'm saying that's the percentage that's wives. Then you got the percentage that ain't wives. So if you wiping up the percentage that ain't wives, that's on you. But
Most
like,
married women ain't wives by culture. They wives by like position.
I
That's why
know,
so many.
but
That's why
why?
so many wives are cheating. 60% of married women are monkey branching. 60% of married women are monkey branching, meaning they got a dude that they done slept with, want to sleep with, or will sleep with in their vicinity that they dealing with in their marriage.
Yeah, but
And
what
and
they to
80% the other 20% are in committed relationships, whether committed long term or on their way to be married.
yeah, but what they got to do with who I'm with? That's the question. Like, just because most
Brother, we
niggas,
not talking
you
about who you with. We talking about women in general.
I know, but what I'm saying,
Crazy.
yeah, most people is gonna cheat, and most dudes getting played, but most dudes is corny and lame. So it's like, what you expect? You know what I'm saying? But if a woman got a man she actually like, she actually feel lucky to be with, and she got some values about herself, she not risking losing him for an opportunity with somebody bigger than him.
Man, I don't know, Stack. I be keeping up with them Chris Brown
See
pictures.
that?
So many of them women then lost their marriages off these celebrities, Stack.
But
Yeah, I
who was
don't
they
know,
married
man.
to? Was they married to a dude they felt lucky to be with?
Man, yeah, hey, brother,
See,
go
see,
look
it's
at it.
different. When a
These
woman
women
feel,
talked about how happy they was in their relationship. Throw it all away, brother.
Hey, for sure.
Hey,
But
look.
look, we talked about
I
before.
ain't gonna change your mind,
Most
brother. I ain't
women
trying
not
to
married,
change your mind.
but like we talked about before, for sure. Most women not married to their first choice.
That's a fact. Most women don't date their first choice.
It's because they fangirling. I don't know what's up with that, but you gotta live in reality. Well, that man don't want you. Leave him alone. Now they got this
Facts,
impression
Mara.
that this man, who is Chris Brown, example. I want a man like Chris Brown, but your husband ain't like Chris Brown. Now you over here fantasizing about Chris Brown. Leave that man alone.
but if she was with a Chris Brown esque nigga, right, and he was doing decently for himself, she wouldn't give him up. If the Chris Brown type is her dream type, and she got a nigga that's her type, even if she like Chris Brown, she know Chris Brown don't really want her ass. She not gonna fuck up her dream type nigga to take a picture with Chris Brown.
Delusional. Cause what in your right mind? You got a whole husband and you out here trying to find some. I don't know. Make it make sense to me, cause it don't
Yeah,
make no sense
yeah,
to me.
Mara. I don't think I realize this.
Help
I
them out, for sure.
realize when people not around, like they don't understand the nature of people, especially women. Cause we this the thing, Mara. Men have to be delusional about the purity of women. Otherwise, men would not marry y'all. We have to think that the majority of y'all are sweet and won't do bad things. Because if we accepted the fact that most women are cheaters, then we be way more terrified to get married. But here's the thing: you say thinking about Chris Brown, but you got to understand how many women get close to the celebrity and settle for the dudes in the room with the celebrity because they lit too. Right? A lot of times women is going to see Drake and getting cracked by a dude that's 2 levels down. And it's happening every day. Y'all, I don't think y'all understand how the rooms work. Being a dude that's not high level, I see how women is going for dudes on my level and below and above when you in the space. When you in the room, when you around the Chris Brown, everybody in that room is special because you're not just a person off the street in that room unless you a groupie. And women is getting cracked by the dude in the room.
That's because they're okay being the groupie.
Cause I mean, at that point, it's not even. But you ain't even got to be the groupie. Sometimes you really there because you like somebody friend. But whatever, but like I think we've been delusional stack about like how to your whole thing about the clout, right? To the thing about the clout.
I love
Wi-
being the groupie.
women are addicted to popularity and clout, like how they perceive. You gotta think about it. These are human beings. This is a species that they see their entire value based on how they look first, how they perceived. Right. So when they in the atmosphere where they status can be evaluated or elevated by other people's whose status has already elevated, you telling check this out, Stack. You telling me we think women that's going out with dudes that they don't like just so they can take pictures of some food that they
That shit's
can't
crazy.
afford? You think these women are not going for niggas that literally can put actual money in their pocket and literally give them take them on yachts? They want they turning tricks for food. You think they not turning tricks for yacht parties with
And a
other
lot of these people,
celebrities?
Fashawn, have literally never been in the room with any of these people, right? So it's all a fantasy of what it's really like. They've built up, it's just like you plan your wedding when you're 12, right? So you have this fantasy of what it's all going to be like. And most of these people that you're talking about, they don't live in
Yeah, but
reality.
Layla, you would have said that in the late '90s, early 2000s. I would have rocked with you. Today, the average pretty girl can get in that room very easy. The average pretty girl with a certain amount of followers, trust me, I know because I see them.
Exactly. You already know that for sure.
They getting slid on, Stack. A,
And we
a
done work,
lot a
and I
lot of
done
girls
work
on
with them. I
Clubhouse
done
got
work
your
with them, bro.
favorite celebrities in their back
Course,
channel.
of course. I done work with these type of females, for sure. You know what it is, bro.
Right,
You in
Stack.
the
You know
industry.
a super pretty girl from
Exactly.
Tupelo, Mississippi can get flown out. She got
Exactly.
access to a celebrity
Exactly.
she wouldn't have had access to 30 years ago.
Right,
Crazy.
but the real rooms are the people in the back channels, right? Like the real billionaires are the people that you don't see. Like people don't understand the benefit of being in those rooms. They're so addicted to the attention, you don't even know where the real money is.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
it
y'all
don't
saying.
matter to them. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like if she'll sell herself for dinner, she most definitely selling herself for a flight, for a
Crazy.
party,
So you
for a
say, so you
co-op.
saying there's a price on it, for sure. Basically,
Man,
you
it's
saying
always a
it's
ticket. Hey,
always a ticket we
hey,
gotta pay, huh?
hey, Stack. You know the room I used to run back in the day. It's only two type of women: wives and hoes.
No in between.
There's no in between. You either a wife or you hoe. That's it. Whether you
I'll
for
say this
sale,
much.
whether you for sale or not for sale. Oh, my boy Ryan, he for
Yo,
sure
Ryan,
gonna say it's
Ryan,
only
come
it's
through
only
for me,
wives and
bro.
hoes.
You already know. Go ahead, my bro.
I'll say this. A lot of people' problem is they're out of their lane and they're picking up a certain type of mentality which causes them to be alone by default. And that's why you'll get these gender wars because they don't understand who they really are. You know, like I say, most guys have a trick mentality and a lot of women have a whole mentality. And which the game of it is, it's a lonely one. So you setting your own self up to be lonely by your mentality and how you really moving. If you and because a lot of people are scared to be them true selves, and that's why their asses end up lonely on both sides.
That's a fact. Cause listen, goes back to if you have a crush is crazy. If you have a crush on said celebrity and you are trying to find someone who looks similar to that person, whatever, or has the similar circles, I don't know. Um,
And look, I understand. Most people they gonna fuck with who they in proximity to in real life. But in a lot of cases, we don't have to admit this because I know better. If you put them in the room with that particular crush or celebrity, they going.
Hey, let's keep it a buck, Delvin. Man, it's women on this very app that go for brothers that ain't got no celebrity. You know, man, it's women on this app and for whole relationships and marriages most definitely that been acting like they single with non celebrities. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all boys done experienced. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some of these back channels. I didn't. We know what's happening. So the fact that we getting stuck at the celebrity level, man, they going for everyday regulars.
I'm a nobody in there. Ask, hey, what y'all trying to do?
What's that like? Ain't you married?
Absolutely.
I told him, Stack, don't be on the internet with me for too long. You gonna start comparing yourself. I mean, you gonna start comparing your husband to me, or not me. You comparing your husband to Stack and Delvin and Lawrence and Enrico.
And that's the problem. Delusional. Like, why would you do that? You have a whole man.
I don't know why. I don't know why these women.
Because people live in the fantasy, right? Like, so like, you have a whole real life. If you're married, and why are you even on this app talking to a bunch of men?
And I always say the
Mara, how long you been married,
fantasization is
Mara?
better than the realization anyway.
What'd you say, Eb?
No, I said the fantasization is better than the realization. So yes, women, we live in that fantasy, but it's often burst when we see that reality. So I don't think that really holds any weight because we'll fantasize about anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, women that fantasize end up making them dreams reality.
Yeah,
That's how these.
that's a
Yeah,
great point. That's a great point.
Hey,
But
that can be lit too
that's
sometimes, for
where
Sean.
that's where it all starts, right? It all starts in your head. It all starts with imagining something, and then next thing you know, you in somebody's back chat. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, you in somebody's city, and next thing you know, you in somebody's room. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. It all starts with thoughts.
it always start with the thought. Always. That's why I said it's only two type of women in the world, Stat. Wives and hoes, man. A
Hey, for
wife
Sean.
is a wife never gonna be in that position. She's never gonna be in that position because it's out of her makeup. It's out of her protocol, man. But a good girl, even a good woman, give it time, right circumstances, a long enough time. That's why you be hearing these stories about these women being with their husband for 10, 15, 20 years, and all of a sudden she cheated. It's like, oh, because it was she was holding out. Eventually, right circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, most wives are very, very rare women. They're not like normal. Like they hold their own values. They stand on their own standards, and they're not compromising. Most women will compromise. They will go. They do have a price. If you can afford the price they gone, hey, I could break up a marriage right now if I did the right shit. I could destroy a marriage.
That's a fact, Money.
I could destroy a marriage. Most men could go out here and go destroy marriages and show you that she going.
Yeah,
Even if she leave her husband behind, she leave her family behind.
yeah, and I'm just not here for none of
Hey,
that activity.
I know that. I'm just saying, right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even living like that, but I know the reality is most women will leave, pack their shit, leave the kids for the right dude. If a woman don't like you, like she like a celebrity, that ain't your woman.
Ryan, what's worse is I think most of them are staying because I've had plenty who tell me, hey, listen, I'm not leaving my husband. I'm just here for the vibes. You know, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. What are we doing? I'm not leaving him because I'm comfortable and I got
Right.
my shit
Here's a
set up.
deal. Now here's the deal. Now how old is she? Now she's over 30 some years old. I can feel that she would have her cake and
Oh
eat it
yeah,
too.
we talking over
I
30 for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. So here's the deal. Now that woman just smart with her hoeing, but don't think that she's still not a hoe.
Oh,
She still is.
absolutely. I mean, my personal philosophy, there are no good girls. It's the only difference is the bad girls have been caught. That's my personal
Right.
philosophy.
Yeah, I go with that. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on there. Right.
We on the war floor. Why the hell Rico ain't up here? Rico, get your ass up here. The hell
I
you
invited
doing?
that man 10 times.
Man, Rico, I ain't playing with you today, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, Rico. You on the war floor. How you feel about this
I tell you
topic, my
what,
brother?
man,
Talk to me, dog.
between Fashad and Riot, boy, they'll ruin your whole hopes. Here you are. Here you are. You got your ass. You out here working your fingers to the bone. I'm talking about you putting in 12, 14 hour shifts. Boy, you got that sexy shit on for somebody else. Boy, that's a problem. This shit is highly problematic. That ain't being no good Christian woman. Y'all can't be doing this, man. Like, man. This is what get people in prison and dead. No way. We're not doing this, man. Yo, this is crazy. But I am practicing on my Chris Brown move. So when I do move, come across something stacks, I'll be ready. You see what I'm saying? I'm ready to go. Feel me?
Hey Rico, could you imagine putting in 12, 14 hours, brother, and your lady on Clubhouse,
Ooh,
listen to stack
you.
ass all day, every day?
I
Crazy.
know
That's
you see
crazy.
her in the mirror.
Sean and Delvin.
Crazy. Because your ass
You
gonna
see
be
her.
ignored because I'm gonna be with my woman. You listening
Nah,
to
hey,
me, I'm
hey,
really
for
with my woman.
hey, for sure. You looking at her in the bathroom, and she did something different to her hair. Looking at her, she not did a little thing to her hair, spiced it up. She shaved her legs. She not put on that avocado lotion. And you think it's for you? Wait a minute. What Ply say? I can't. I can't argue with you. You you think it's for
I can't
you?
argue with you.
This is
Yo,
diabolical.
Rico, you
This is
crazy.
bad work. This is bad work, bro. This is bad work, man. Oh
Rico, but
my
for real though, bro,
God,
my brother,
that's
did
amazing.
did um did romance disappear in 2025, Rico?
Yeah, I think it's gone.
What's up,
I
man?
think
He said I think it's dead.
I think it's gone. I think it's a beautiful concept. I do think that because I think romance romance is not what people make it to be. I think it's organically done in the way that because you think about it, right? Like are men actively writing women poetry? Are women actively doing things that I believe that like that's off the cuff that men know? Everybody's talking about the one thing about what finances look like, what's required, what all these things is. No one is talking about, y'all ain't. I'm out and about. You don't even see people holding hands. Nobody, you don't see them holding hands. Oh, I don't want no public displays of affection. Like you ain't sending no you know, just thinking about you text or like you don't even people don't even utilize the beaches and the waterways and the beautiful things they have to offer in their cities to go nature trails and be what they live on do that stuff, man. People what men do is they do just enough to keep women in a like a healthy romantic space so they don't complain. So I'm gonna take her here just so she don't complain enough to where she starts to be like, oh, we don't go out anytime. But it's not coming from a place of this is what I want to do. Like that's why I say people not even dating their best friends. They're not. They're just dating someone they have some attraction with, they have some commonality with. But that woman ain't your best friend. That's your homegirl. Then y'all just get lost in the time, right? Y'all just lose. Like one thing about me, if you ride with me, you gonna listen to this voice to me. Your ass gonna be singing. If I sing, I always sing the solo part. So if you ever in my car and Jodeci is playing, you you JoJo, I'm KC. Just so we know. Anyway. But the thing is, like, you can't, these people stats, you know what it is. And social media, I believe, is making it worse. Men are, and it just is. I think it do exist in small places and here and there, but for the most part, I don't think people think about romance in that way. Y'all, these niggas go buy flowers on Valentine's Day, so they don't. 'Cause women got a mental Rolodex of who did what and who ain't do what on her birthdays, anniversaries, or special occasions. They don't just come home with dozens of roses. And then women don't even you meet a woman, she don't need now women go to bed. I know what it's like, bro. Y'all don't have to cap for me. They wear a whole fucking hockey suit to bed. Motherfucking goalie mask. Been wearing them same fucking pink sweatpants to bed for I don't know how fucking long. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got that shit on. Used to put on. I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. But don't listen to Vashawn, man. Don't have your lady out here. Don't have your, have your lady out here looking good for another dude, man. Shit,
Hey, Rico, man. Listen, man. These fellas, ladies be out here listening to other
He's in the
men all
blender.
day. Come on, how you gonna listen to other men all day for 10, 12 hours and then your man be home for 2 hours every day of the week and you think you listening to him more seriously? That's not even how psychology
For the
works.
streets.
It's
For the
literally
streets.
impossible. Man, listen, Rico. I got women that I'm not in relationship that refuse to entertain the voice of other men too often, just because they understand it's gonna interrupt how she think and feel about me.
yeah.
You're
But
you're
here's what I don't
literally
like for Sean.
combining energies with people on this app. Like literally. So if you're in a relationship with someone, you're bringing the energies from this app into your relationship.
Hey, can I like speak on like
Yeah, go ahead.
topic real quick? Say like it depends on who you hang with. It depends on your demographic. Depends on like depends on you yourself. So like if you're a romantic type of man, then you put yourself and you vet well to romantic type of women. I'm not trying to boast or brag, but I usually choose the women that actually really like me for me. You know what I'm saying? Like all the bullshit, I don't try to. I tell the truth. And so you like for me for me. That means, and I tell you what I want. And if you're not doing what I want, then you gotta go. So yeah, for me, on with my relationships that I've been in, women are romantic with me, and I'm romantic with them. And then that's where my friends, family members, pops, mom, that they're all romantic. So like, it's it's who you hang around with, what you see. You know what I'm saying? That like it's like you lay down with dogs, you catch fleas. So if you want to be around that type of society, then you gotta be around people that's in that type of society. There's different societies in our community. You know what I'm saying? And so if you want to be with the ratchet group, go hang with the ratchet group. If you want to be with the and smart and intelligent, you go hang around that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
but brother, what I'm
I,
saying, but
like
yeah, I
I
believe
don't
you.
see I see it on one side. I do see it, but my everyday people that I talk to and I hang with, man, they going here, they going to the beach, they doing here, they doing family stuff. I'm doing family stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all like, yeah, we nice places. Even my little cousins or partners that's single, they're doing stuff with their women. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's you can see, I do see it, but I barely see it because I don't be around that type of environment or that type of society.
All right. So what I want to say to you is, I believe
I,
everybody started off that way. Everybody starts off that way. The thing is, most people can't keep it going. They don't keep the fire going. Like once y'all done all the dating shit and y'all went out and y'all not had sex and you had a hanging off the chandelier and y'all not been travel a little bit, that people do that. And then a lot of people be like, okay, now what's next? Like there's a apex of excitement there. Like the thing is, most people don't keep the fire burning. Like romance is a constant thing. It's not a thing that just you have to promote it. You have to
hey
make
Rico,
it
you
happen.
right, you
So
right,
hold
but
on, brother.
but you know
What
that's
I'm
lust.
saying, what for Sean is what I'm saying is right now, I have a woman, she working hard. I got a woman, she working hard, right? Just hear me out. She working hard. Man, I'm working hard too, but it's some guy who like for Sean, every time this motherfucker be like, yo, man, I'm going to Starbucks. You want something? And she'd be like, yeah, just bring me something. He's like, oh, you look nice today, or oh, I see you did something different with your hair, or what's been going on? How you been? She can interpret that as like failed communication on my behalf. The attention driver for women, just you being in the space. A lot of women that's with men, it's not that they didn't love those men, but at the time they was in a vulnerable, and I'm not making an excuse for it. They was in a vulnerable position, and another man was so-called being the shoulder to lean
You
on.
right,
He was
you
communicating
right.
with her in the right way that the man at home wasn't. So she felt like she was under. It happens on both sides. I'm just speaking from a man's point of view, not with a woman. She
Yeah.
felt unappreciated. So the thing. Let me ask you a question, brother. How many brothers you think that round just do things unprovoked for their woman just randomly? Like just have a surprise date night lined up, or she got kids, have somebody to watch the kids, the grandma, somebody,
I
and just
know
call
several.
and say,
I
you
know
do that?
quite a
You
few.
can tell your lady to be ready. I'm saying
Yeah,
you a
yeah.
good dude. You tell her to be ready with that black,
Yeah, yeah.
your red
I'm around.
dress.
I'm surrounded around a lot of player ass dudes, bro. Like yeah. We like,
Be with you.
and that's the dim. That's just the crew that I hang with. That's how I was raised too
Okay,
by my pops, my
all right.
grandpa, my uncles. So you know what I'm saying. It's different stroke for different folks. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy too because I was just talking to a female yesterday, and I was telling her like, man, you know, you talk to a dude like me. I know how to low key talk a woman out of her drawers. I know how to do it. I know what they
You,
want. You know what I'm saying? It's
you
easy.
sing
This
to
is
her?
it's
You sing to her?
no.
I seen you
I
sing.
can't
What?
I
I
can't sing. But
will
the thing is,
love me
I know the
do
things to say, the little simplest
what you
stuff to do.
want me to.
You know what I'm saying?
All right
Because
with
low key,
me.
yeah, low key, these women are simple,
Let
bro. You know
me
what I'm saying?
be the
They'll
one
give you
you
the password. They give you the code if you listen to them.
ooh. You gotta sing to him. I
Nah,
wanna
you don't
share
got to do that. Nah, you ain't got to
with
do that. You
you. It works, bro. I'm telling you. Even if you can't hit the notes, you still gonna respect it. Let's stay together. You gotta sing it to it. You gotta lick your lips too while you do it. Sometimes I just feel
that,
like doing a video
that old school,
with my shirt open
that
with the
old school
fan
shit.
blowing. Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little move I make. And she be like, oh shit, he getting it. I be trying to do shit like that. You don't do that? And just have your shirt blowing with a fan?
But that old school
Try it,
stuff,
brother.
bro,
Yeah,
it works,
man.
bro. That
I'm
bro,
telling
you
you,
keep
brother.
it simple. You keep it simple with a chick, bro, and don't do no extra shit, bro. Like you let a woman choose, she gonna choose every goddamn time.
Rico got me
A lot
wanting
of
to get a Gordon Gartrell shirt.
That's it, brother. You gotta have that shit. You gotta. I keep me a white one on.
You guys are insane in this room. You understand? Insane. It like just insane. Just insane. Layla, thank you for being here. Ebony, Rico, LYB, Delvin, for Sean. Is there anybody else that wants to chime into the goddamn topic? God damn it. Did romance disappear in 2025?
Romance is not dead. I
Are you
refuse
sure,
to believe
Layla?
it.
Are you
I
sure?
refuse to believe it, but I hope all the women listening are hearing what the men are saying. Get up tomorrow and put in 200% effort into romancing your man because they're obviously not getting what they need.
hey, well, look out, man. I think
Right
that's
there.
how you've been raised, though. How, like a lot of people have came from homes where they never seen their mom romance a man, and their man never romanced their mama. You know, it's how you've been raised and what you've
I
seen.
think that's a cop out, UL.
No, it's not. It's
I
not really
think
a
people
cop
don't want
out.
to put in the effort to find out what pleases their partner and just do
But
it.
how would you
Because
know?
you
How would
every
you know?
man isn't romance the same way. Learn your
No,
partner,
but
bro.
how would you how would you even have a foundation of
You don't
romancing
have to.
somebody?
You just have to ask her questions. She'll
Yeah,
tell
what do
Yeah,
you.
you
but like
like?
how would you know
She will
how would
tell
you know how
you
to do that?
the exact
I
same
know,
How
way
do
but
you know?
the
But
exact same way you know what you
it's
want out
just
of a
too many
woman.
excuses, right? You ask your partner what makes them happy, or you ask your partner, how can I make you feel loved by me? You ask your partner, what are the things that I do that you like or don't like? Like, it's so simple. We're complicating it so much, and we complicate it so much to give so many excuses for people to not treat their partner well. Like,
well,
stop the cat.
a lot of
Just
people
stop the
learn off of
cat.
trial and error. A
Ooh,
lot of
Layla
people
says
learn
stop
off of
the cat.
a lot
Come
of people
on.
learn off of trial and error. You know what I'm saying? It takes sometimes takes people 3 and 4 times in a relationship to get it right.
Yeah, but the
You know what
problem
I'm saying?
is they
And
don't put the
that's
effort into getting it right at all because they won't even ask simple questions about what pleases the person that they're say they love. Like, come on, that's all cat.
but
That's
you
cat.
gotta actually see how people are raised. A lot of people weren't raised off of love. They were raised off of survival.
More excuses.
There's not an excuse. That's what it
At some
is.
point though, you're an adult, right? Like, I get it, we all have like trials and tribulations in our childhood. We didn't grow up in the best homes, or our parents were abusive, or they beat us too much. Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, you're an adult who says that you love this person. Make some
Okay,
effort.
and that word adult doesn't mean nothing if you don't know. If you okay, you're an adult. Okay, yeah, but if you were raised and you learn this type of system, You just don't know.
I'm gonna tell you something.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but
Let
you
me
out.
share something real quick, right? So those that don't know me on the app, right? Like, you know my personality. I was raised by a stone cold feminist. You don't have an excuse. You are who you want to be, and if you wanted to be
But
someone different,
you're a
yo,
stone
let
percentage.
me land, bro. Let me land, bro.
I got you. I
You
got you.
are who you want to be. Because if you really wanted to be someone else, you would put the effort in to do it. And that's it. Your life is your fault.
That's a
You're a
fact.
small
And you see all
percentage.
these beautiful you gotta listen to me or listen to her. You see all these beautiful women, bro. This is what you gotta hit them with. Listen to your boy Stacks. I'm trying to tell him. He don't want to listen. Your lady say, from eyes, you know I see. That's it. That's it. How long you think it'll take before I get her, bro? She gonna at this point she put her hand on top of mine on the gift shift.
but you know though. You
Yeah.
know. They don't know. You don't. You know, but they
You
don't
know,
know.
it's
Majority of the
who
men don't know.
Yeah, so I guess what's his name? UL. When does this so-called man actually figure it out for himself?
Man, hey, look out, man. Some of them don't.
Some
Majority
don't.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
like
literally ask Chat
majority.
GPT how to romance somebody and start there. Like, it's
Yeah.
so easy.
But
Come on.
majority really don't, man. They really don't,
You can
bro.
watch a few
They
Disney
don't.
Channel movies. You can start somewhere. There's a whole bunch of
Man,
Lifetime
hey,
movies.
they really, hey, and then once, hey, they've been raised, and once life starts life because they own their own, they don't know. They don't even try to take the
But it's
chance.
less about them not knowing and more about them not doing. Because I know it's usually skill versus will. It's definitely not the skill, it's the will. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. It gets to a point where like I don't know. I think it's just within the community. It's just so much easier to just like find like every reason to say like something can't be done rather than like actually doing
Well,
something.
that's how they've
Like
been
Nah, that's a
raised.
fact, YB.
That's how they've been
Hold on,
raised.
LYB, real quick. Ping this room out and share this room out. Y'all want to continue this conversation? Ping the room out, share the room out. Did romance disappear in 2025? Also, check out the podcast. It's on Apple. You know, it's everywhere. So while we having these conversations, I'm definitely going to be monetizing on them. Also, if you guys are not a part of Media Mentors Mega Mansion, get up in there as well. So that way, when I have business conversations, you guys can be right there, make passive income, come on my show. Just do things outside of what we do here. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. Whoever's coming in, YB, whoever, let's get it in. Let's go.
yeah, so I forgot what I was even saying, but you are like it gets to a point like when do they learn, and if they don't learn, like what's the next option for them?
They
Because
don't learn, bro.
no, because like the
Like,
thing that I'm
how many
seeing it,
homeboys? Can I ask you a question? How many homeboys you know that just goes to repeat the same cycle with women, bro? These dudes don't learn. They don't learn. They don't try. And then you look at it. That's how they were raised. And then they stay in the same box, be around the same people. They do the same. That's how they raised. Their daddy was like that. Their mama was like that. Their grandparents was like that. Somebody in the family, they were like that, and that's
no,
just how they are.
yeah, but I get
Yeah,
that
that's
UL,
an
but I don't have that
understanding of the
many.
why, though. It's not an excuse not to do something
But the
different.
thing is,
Yeah, UL, I got a lot
how
of
do you fix a
UL
problem is
majority.
knowing the why. It's the
Yeah,
why.
but
The why is that's the
no,
reason why we're on here talking. Is the why.
yeah, I get that, but UL, I have a lot of friends. Like majority of my friends that I hang out with are married, right? Like they figured it out. They didn't have these problems, right? There was one friend that I did have that was like repeating the exact same cycle. He actually flipped that, so he's actually not doing that any longer, right? Because he realized that we were getting older. So
Well,
here's,
we're talking about the ones that don't, and
yeah,
that like
yeah.
in my demographic and the people that I hang with, like I'm married. My cousin's married. My sister's not married. My two brothers are married. My parents are still married. That's 40 years plus. Grandparents still married. Uncles. Everybody's a lot of people, friends, best friends, married. All right. So, but you start looking at and talking to other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I do outreach ministry and I do all this other stuff. Like, that's a lot of the problems is how they were raised and what they seen and who they hang with. You lay down with dogs, you catch fleas, man. You've been raised a certain way. You catch what, and it's how you've been. Like I'm gonna keep on saying it. It's what you've been taught as a youngster, as a adolescent, and as a older teenager. It's just I'm gonna keep saying it. What you
Yeah, but
see.
you can only lean
But
on
at the
that for so long.
thank you,
Like you
Ebony.
have to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and the will. If they don't want to, that's the will. Then that's something programmed in their head. That's where they're gonna
Right,
be.
and also
That's where they're gonna be.
they're not going to change if women continue to allow it, because if a man shows up in my life, he's not romantic, and I allow him in my space, he's going to continue to show up that way. So if women are positively reinforcing that, then that's what they're going to get.
And you got a lot of women. And let's say this: you got a lot of women that don't like the romance either. A lot of these women, they're kind of like pirates too. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
my God.
They don't care. They don't really care about the romance. I see a lot of women romancing men more than men romancing women nowadays.
Stag, what the hell is
I
What is
see
going
it.
going
on?
on? Rico,
What's
what's
going
going
on?
on,
What
man?
women can resist
What's
this,
going
man?
on?
I see it. Women taking men out. Women doing this. Women doing that. Women running the relationship. While these dudes playing the video games is going to work. Man, come on, man. I see it, man. I see it.
Man, that's crazy, man. I'm out of here, Stacks. Y'all done ruined it for me. I was
Yo,
wrong.
Rico, what is going
You
on,
done
bro?
ruined
You know
it.
him?
Man, I see it, man.
You know him?
Whatever do you ever dream of? Candy coated. This shit is crazy, man. You don't say that. Have you ever loved someone? I'm
Come on,
out of
yo,
here,
nah,
Stacks. Y'all
Rico,
done
that's
fucked
that. They don't know it, it hit
this
different,
shit is
Rico. They
crazy.
don't know,
This shit,
man.
like,
They
man,
don't know.
come on, man. I ain't never seen
It
a
hit
girl
Yeah, he
get
said
different,
some
kissed in
Rico.
delusional
person.
shit though. He
Yo,
said
Palmer, it hit
women
different.
Man, hey, man, these
you
women
take
out
it
here, bro.
they're
These
tricking
women out
men.
here
They're
is
financially weaponizing that shit over men so they can put them in submission, man. That's what they got a little nigga playing
and
video
that's what he's
games.
doing.
They know he at the crib playing video games, and if they provided, they could tell him what to do. That's a power move. That's not romance. That's
Super
not
power
Hey,
move,
romance.
bro.
That's a
but what
power
you do,
move. They
that's
finding
romance,
a weak ass nigga so they could. Oh,
bro.
I'll stop buying you Jordans. Yo, oh yeah, you want to keep playing? I'm turning off the Wi-Fi. They got that man in
Okay,
check. That's not no romance.
and look at Jazz. And what are these women? A lot of these women are complaining. These men ain't men. You know why? Because the men they messing with, they little boys,
But that's what they're
and they can
picking.
run.
They like boys. We hear it all the day. They like the little boys because they can control them now. They looking for control. This is a result of penis envy.
Come on.
So
Come
they
on. I
start
get
they
where
start
Palmer's
going after
coming
the younger
from.
men.
Let's
They
go.
start going after
Hey,
younger men that they can easily put in a headlock. Oh, I'll buy him a little bit of sneakers. I pay the bills so I can tell him what to do. And I got him in the crib when I want to. Like his what? That's the easy part. They're not going out there and getting a man with some bread and changing themselves so they can be on another man's program that is sustainable. Now what they trying to sustain is that power over that man. And they
it's control.
choosing that.
So then they come back and complain like, oh, this dating pool is trash. Nah, man. Like, hey, man, it's what you pick. It's what you pick. It's what you put yourself in position for. And now you're at a certain age where, like, yeah, it is trash. It is. It is. It's
I don't
trash.
know any elite woman that's like, yo, my man plays video games. He's a gamer. Like, what? I don't know no elite woman that'll turn most of them off. Like, oh, he plays video games
Yo,
bro,
and he ain't
yo,
got no real
Palmer, talk
job.
that
Like,
shit.
man,
that's gonna dry up the
man,
coochie. Like, she's not
yeah.
turned on at all. Like, oh, you play video? Oh, nah, he's not serious. Like, that's most of the women I be around. Like, you're not turning them on with that shit. Like, fuck out of here, man. Oh yeah, he don't got no job. Ooh, yeah, let me give him a pussy. Ooh, yeah, like what? This is what's going on. Like, and they choosing their own demise. Like, come on, self sabotage for power.
Crazy work, man. Farmer got a point. Now,
Right, bro.
L,
And that's what they
come
complaining,
on,
but
man.
that's what they doing, bro. And they've been doing it for the last 15 years. Last 15 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is like a homeless conversation right now
Yo,
because
YB,
like this
let's
is
switch it up.
wild.
What's good? You see the topic? What's
It's like
good,
literally
YB?
it's like literally talking about like,
Switch
yeah,
it up,
man, this
YB.
person's
What
been
we
homeless
talking
for
about,
like
bro?
30 years, but like, he's still homeless. Yo, I can't. I gotta go back to work.
Say, man, say, bro. But that's what they complaining about. If you talk to a woman or you be like, they complaining about that shit. The average woman is complaining about that shit. They saying the same. They all saying the same shit. They all saying the same shit. I'm not. Hey, man. Let me hold on. Let me see who's in the room. But
Hey, you not
yeah,
lying.
I'm married. But I'm married. But I hear this stuff. You know what I'm talking about? You know, playing the game, want to be average, don't want to go to the next level, just want to be the same. Oh, it sounds like your mama in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like they all saying the same shit.
What's going on in here?
You understand? So I have no clue. Welcome back. Earlier we were talking about dating in your tax bracket zone. Then we went this way, that way. Now we're on. Do looks matter more for women? Is status more for men? You can take us anywhere you want to go. So you want to chime in?
Men don't care about status for
Uh
women
oh.
at all. They're gonna swoop you
She's
up.
right.
Um, because even the men around me, oh, I would like she could be anywhere, and he's like, oh, I would take her out of here, right? Men's mind goes to she's in an environment, but I'm going to be the one to show her more. She won't do this any like their mind goes to rescue her. They don't see her as the environment. They just see her. So status, no. Do looks matter more for women? Hell, yes. I said even the last room, it was your room, Stack. That I have to want to jump his bones. If I have no instant attraction, what the hell? What am I gonna do with you? I, I'm gonna struggle to even give you a kiss. So yeah, looks matter for women.
I get where she's coming from. I get where you coming from. It definitely does matter. It definitely does. Because who wants to lay up with someone at night that you're not physically attracted to? Who wants to lay? Not me. In the morning, seeing that shit. Mm-mm. It's got to be.
Stack,
It's
it
got.
do
What's good?
matter.
What's good,
It
Leah? Talk to me.
Hey
What's good?
boo, it
Yeah.
do looks do matter, but I think it matters too much to women. That's why most women walk around like ducks today. Because you'd find a man that's like not as attractive, but he's more intentional, he's more giving, he's more caring, like he could be a provider, he could do all the things. But I think because a lot of women are not programmed or trained how to date properly, they'll go for the pretty boy that all he got is dick and bubblegum and headaches
Whoa,
and
Leah.
possibly two baby mothers.
Leah, why did they do
Um,
that? Why did they choose like the
because
low
nobody
bottom
taught them how to
ones?
choose, so now everything is an emotion and surface. But I listen, I'm a sucker for a good looking man.
She's right though.
I ain't gonna
It's
hold
all in the
you.
way. She's
I ain't
right.
gonna hold you. I'm a sucker for a good looking man. My husband, I tell him all the time, bro, the amount of times I don't like you, well, because you cute as hell, yeah. But he had to have everything though. He couldn't just be a good looking man. He had to be everything. Like how
Leah, I
what
do
Shaka
agree
said.
with you because you do get a little bit, you know what I mean, a little bit more leeway. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
You
absolutely.
right. You right.
Listen, it's the same thing when it comes to a pretty woman. We get a lot more leeway than the girls that's average or ugly. But yeah, no, nobody feel no way. But I do believe that women do in large number go for the looks over everything else. And I think that's very detrimental. That's how they end up with stupid ass baby daddies that ain't shit. You knew he wasn't shit. The dick was just good or he just looked good enough and we still pursue, right? And I do blame the women before us that didn't train you, i.e. your mother and your aunt. They didn't let you know, okay, what Nikki said, in the words of Nicki Minaj, ain't no fucking thing is broken heads up. Yeah. I really do believe a lot of women should position themselves better and qualify yourself more so you could actually get the man that could do both. Because not every man that is, not that attractive got a bag, and not every man that is attractive is a bum. You gotta put yourself in a position where you can find a man that got the balance. Because indeed, Stack, nobody wanna be next to a man that you gotta throw like, 2, 3 shots of Douce back before he touch you. But I just think that I don't. Not a lot of people qualify themselves or position themselves to be able to get a man that could do both, or a desirable man that has the means, and not only have the means, but is not stingy with the means, and he's okay with making sure that you good. So yeah, I do think a lot of women get drawn by the looks more.
And I liked how you said like not being stingy with the means. If y'all gonna be men, you gonna go out there and get resources. Make sure you fucking provide the resources for who you need to provide them for. If you fucking with a female, you rocking with her. Make sure you provide the fucking resources. It's nothing like stingy shit. Because when I got in the industry, Leah, I bust through the gates. A lot of cats was gatekeeping. A lot of people, females and dudes, gatekeeping. Then I had to find information. I had to hop over gates. Sometimes I had to create my own door and bust through shit. Right. So when you guys are getting information and resources as a couple or y'all in a relationship, you pour that shit into the relationship so y'all both can get better. Somebody could be lacking on some shit, paper, resources, knowing how
Um,
to move on shit. So yeah, I like the fact she said that because there's a lot of stingy energy when people go into relationships like, nah, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Then why the fuck you get into a relationship? You know this shit gonna take pouring into.
yeah,
Zo, what up?
there is one man that wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing dude, but I would actually give myself two because his personality overtook what I was looking at. Um, he was very humorous, witty, smart, and me and him would chat it up. He would show me, his lifestyle, send me photos. Look what I'm doing today, Zoe, and I'll just be like, "Oh, look at you on your little walks." Right? It was easy to talk to him. But was he the best of dude? Hell no. But it was just something about him was highly attractive, where I
You know
didn't
what it
see
is
the
though?
ugliness
Zo,
at
real,
all.
real quick, Zo. You know what y'all ever seen a dude and y'all like, damn, how he get that girl? Damn, how he get her? Oh man, this dude ain't, you right? And you got other dudes hating on this dude because he got the dude. It's the confidence.
Yeah, oh yeah, he
He
on
had
10.
confidence
His
to,
confidence was
yeah,
on
he had the
10.
confidence to scoop that up. You know what I mean? It's not, it's the confidence within you. Sometimes it's your swagger, who you are. You ain't gotta have a lot of paper because before I got to where I'm at, I didn't have a lot of paper and I was still pulling who I wanted to pull without paper. So it's who you are inside. You know what I mean? It's the confidence of you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I just wanted to touch on that. So he had
And
confidence.
that
That's
was a
it.
rarity for me, right? To look past what a man, his personality was enough for me to look past.
Yeah, what's up, yo? So I think I put it in the chat that I think it's backwards. I mean, the dudes that I'm around definitely looks matter, especially initially. If she's a -4, I'm not wasting my time even going to say hi to her. And
-4? She gotta be butt ugly, Rob, if she's a -4, bro.
but an
Damn.
average,
What?
with the average outside right now is like a -2. Right now, it's about a minus. To me, this is my opinion. About a -2 because what what's her name? Leah said about the qualifying, she hit it right on the nail. I see this all the time. A lot of women and men are not qualifying for the men and women they say they want. You got to qualify. You got to be, if he or she is what you want, you also have to be what they want. A lot of people have this entitlement thinking that, well, if as long as I like her, I'm good. But you got a beer belly talking about, you got a few dollars in your pocket, thinking that's going to be enough to bag the woman you say that's a dime. Well, women like, like Leah said, she likes a man that looks good too. And most of us walking around with dad bodies, twirling our beards and sitting in nail salons with a cigar in our mouth and can barely get out of a chair. So yeah, the reality is this: is that we have to qualify for the people that we want, and that's me too. Because I realize that I don't qualify. There's some women I wouldn't even talk to, but there's some women I definitely wouldn't qualify. That's just the reality, and I'm done.
Yeah, but women do add points for other shit. Like men don't. So what a woman says is attractive. The dude could be ugly, but if he matching and he smell nice and she like his hair, she's adding points. So she'll say a nigga attractive that ain't really attractive, But men, we not really adding points. We not okay. She ugly, but she got long nails, and we're like, oh, okay, that make her cute. That the
Man,
other
she
people
either
looking just in
ugly
her
or
face. Just
bad. It's
like,
either it's no in between, bro. She's either pretty or not,
yeah,
bro.
we
There's
not
no
adding
in-
points because of the name brand clothes she got on. We not adding points because she matching. We not adding points because we might add something because she smell good. Now, smell is important. But women are adding points for all that shit. Just if you can dress well, you matching, your skin look nice. Nigga can have a $150 across his face. You know what I'm saying? She'll say, oh, he handsome. So a lot of dudes they know how to add their points and approach women. You know what I'm saying? So like a woman, cause she looks at the whole picture. She's not just looking at his face and his body. So he could have a gut, he could be short, he could have scars on his face, but because he matching and she like his glasses, and then his hair is real nice, he smell good, and she just add points, and then she'll think the nigga a 10 because she done added 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, and he a 10.
Okay, bag. Senora, welcome back, sister. I know we changed the topic, but do looks matter for women and status more for men? Are you here, Senora? Are you still with us?
I
Over to you, sister.
do looks matter more for women and status more for men? Huh. I think they matter for both. I think men care about their status around certain men. I don't really think they care about status for women. I think women care more about looks. We've come into a time that's very superficial. Well, that's more superficial than usual. I think women care about both now because of sexual liberation, so they want to be attracted to the men that they're fucking.
Wow. Okay, Senora. Thank you for that, sister. Anybody else want to come on top of that? Or add on top of this? We're in
But
this.
for the, I'll say for the most
Go ahead,
part,
Leah. Over to you.
I'll say for the most part as well. When it comes to status, I don't think men are really that into a woman's status. Um, I've seen it with my eyes, whether in my family or around me. I've seen men that are of status date women that you would not think they're even equally yoked. Shit, I dated the prime minister for a long time, and I don't even think I'm nowhere near that shit. I don't think men really focus on status like that. Women, I do think looks is very important to us, but I think status as well. Like I've seen men that are not as attractive, but the status, and if she get to say my man is insert whatever, lawyer, doctor, politician, whatever it is, engineer, whatever, I've seen women kind of like be with men like that. Me personally, I like a powerful man. I really like a powerful man. I like a man when he walks in the room. The room could shake without him. It ain't got to be his weight, but in other ways, you know what I mean. Like I do like that. Like okay, that man is unattainable. How the hell did she do that? Like I like that, and I think a lot of women like that too. They like that man that could be quote unquote alpha. That man that when he walks in the room, his presence is felt. Like we like that kind of thing. And I think that go neck and neck with looks, but I think status kind of knock out looks a little bit. Just my take on that. I think status is a little bit more higher up there for women, more than the looks part, especially if the status come with money and access. I think a woman would sacrifice the looks just a little bit, not too much, because they still stupid. They'll sacrifice that just a little bit if that status come with access and money and stuff like that.
Mm, thank you for that, Leah. Do you guys agree? Bag, what up? Let's go. Let's continue.
I think men do look at status. It's just the things that women see as status symbols on men. We don't see as status symbols for women. Like we will look at what kind of family a woman comes from. Can she cook? Is she, a homebody? Is she always out? Or we those are statuses. You know what I'm saying? It's just they don't come with like no title or no job or no career or no education. But that's a status. So we do look at status, but status might be she not a hoe. That's a status. She got some innocence to her, or she, you know. Youth is a status. All that stuff. So I do think men look at status and they will choose status over looks too. But I think everybody, you have to look good enough where we're not embarrassed. But then status always overrides. I think when men and women, if they look good enough, nobody's choosing looks over status. But nobody's choosing ugly with status either, you know, so to speak.
If you guys are just joining, we've been talking about do looks matter more for women and status more for men. Please ping this room out and share this room out. Lalita, thank you for coming through. Rob, Kay, thanks for coming back. Paul, Bag, let's continue this. Zoe, you want to chime in on anything?
Yeah. You could look also at your parents. My both of my parents are good looking people. So they went for attraction. So I'm more than likely gonna follow suit. Even when I show people who I had my child with, they're like, "Oh, he's very handsome." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's the baby daddy." But anyhow, it's probably not gonna stop with me. Attraction first. Yeah.
Who's picking up this mic next? We're going to go popcorn style for a little while. Who wants to snatch it up next, or y'all done for the day? I know we've been open for a little while, but if y'all want to continue, let's go.
I think people need to think about, like, if you're choosing for looks, you're using emotion to make your decision. If you're choosing for status, you're using logic. And ponder that for a little bit.
These people are still intelligent, even though they're attractive. I think people look over that. They're attractive and intelligent and doing
Yeah, that
good for
wasn't directed
themselves.
at you though.
Yeah, I just want people
Just
to
in a
remember
general
that
sense.
not every, just because people are good looking doesn't mean they're dumb.
Do you think that's a wrong mistake people do, though? Is see the looks and automatically think, oh man, I can undermine this person?
I play coy. I play dumb blonde, right? Even Paris Hilton did the same shit, right? The soft voice and da da da. Did see, like, oops, I'm just a girl.
Paul, thanks for coming on the stage. Kay, Ebony, Lalita. If anybody else wants to chime in, you guys can take the mic. If not, I'll start the wind down. We've been open for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? We've been going in. Everybody's been chiming in. But if you guys want to chime in and still hold the mic down, let's continue the conversation.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think attraction matters to both men and women, and I know some guys may supplement some forms of looks for women, for other you know for other things. For example, I know y'all seen a guy before that was like, man, he might be with a lady that her face might have been unpleasant, but he might be like, man, but look at her body though. You know what I'm saying? And that'll kind of supplement for the lack of having a beautiful face or whatever. And same thing with the ladies. They'll be like, they might be like, girl, he don't look all that, but he got a bag or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think they both would prefer to have somebody that look pleasing to the eye. You know what I'm saying? And somebody they don't look at and they gotta you know kind of look the other way or whatever. So yeah.
I mean, we could tell the ladies with the husbands that are unconventionally not handsome. We could tell that they went for logic, I guess. Right? Ugly husband, it must be logical. Very good at managing his finances.
I think y'all are good for the day. I think we went in on the war floor. I think the war floor is tore up. I think y'all shot everything down. I think there was some friendly fire. I think y'all just went crazy, right? Check the podcast out. Every episode goes on the podcast. Join the club if you have not joined the club as well. So that way you can cash in the pink ticket. Also join the Media Mentors house as well. So that way when I do business topics, you guys can
find different ways to make money digitally, or come on my podcast show, or grow yourself on social media through various platforms, right? Appreciate you guys. I'll be back in with another topic real soon. I know tomorrow, tomorrow's the 4th, right, babe? Yeah, tomorrow's the 4th, so I'll be doing some shit. I'm taking my girl out. You dig? We going in the Rover. That's what we gonna go in the Rover, but pull up. I don't know what restaurant we going to. I gotta figure it out. You feel me? But for Sean, Senora, YB, appreciate you. Farmer, let's go. Zoe, I appreciate you. Lalita, I appreciate y'all. You already know what time it is. We coming back in with another room real soon. I'll see you guys later.